following broadcast of BigElkTV.com is presented by the Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people come first.
As this injury-riddled regular season winds down, the Elk City Elks still have all their goals in sight with the playoff race heating up. Tonight goes a long way in determining that race. The Weatherford Eagles are standing in the Big Elk's way of accomplishing those goals. A win for the Brown and White nearly secures a playoff spot and moves them closer to hosting a playoff game. Will Weatherford nail down the second spot, or will the Elks turn the tables on their I-40 rivals? Let's find out. It's the Elk City Elks and Weatherford Eagles live from Big Elk Stadium in Elk City, Oklahoma. It's time for Big Elk football.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football. Tonight it's senior night and a huge I-40 rivalry as the Weatherford Eagles in town to take on the Elk City Elks. Weatherford comes in 5-2 overall, 3-1 in head coach Taylor Sossaman's first year at the helm of the Eagles program. The Big Elks are 3-4 overall, 2-2 in District 4A1 so far this year. Coach Maynard's third year, Zach's 21-10 in his career at Elk City. Aaron Kalk up here in the broadcast booth. Jared Eighth alongside here to my left. And Jared, huge game tonight with multiple different playoff implications for both sides.
Yeah, a lot of different stuff has to happen around the district that, we'll keep our eye on. But the most important thing is what's going to happen right here on this beautiful, I might add, field tonight against our rivals from the East. And, take care of that, let everything else kind of shake out as it does. And we still have great opportunity to continue what is now becoming a tradition, if you will, of hosting playoff games. But first things first, you got to beat your rivals in a very good Weatherford team.
Yeah, if everything were to work out in the Brown and White's favor, they still have a chance, and it's not an unrealistic one. There's not a lot of stuff that has to happen in order for the Elks to be able to finish second in this district and host a playoff game for school record third straight year. But it all starts tonight, as you mentioned. The Elks have to come out on this field and take care of the Weatherford Eagles for any of that other stuff to start falling into place.
Yeah, you can't do that look-ahead stuff despite whoever those opponents are, who the opponents are. And I think last week was a good indicator of that not happening, taking on a Douglas team that is way down. And they took care of business over there in Oklahoma City on a Thursday night, what could have been set up as a trap game. Then we're on the road the next 2 weeks at Bridge Creek, which we may or may not get a tougher opponent from the Bobcats than what we've seen in the past, and of course wrap up the season at Woodward. And by the way, speaking of rivals, that game has a sneaky rivalry feeling to it as well. Can't look ahead. You can't look around the district, like I just said. I mean, there's important games with other opponents like Clinton taking on Cash, and I mean that's the bigger one. And it all matters right now, and none of that other stuff matters unless this game matters. So the Big Elks have to keep everything in front of them and take on this, take the fight to the Eagles and take care of business, which, hey, they've done that the last 3 times they played these guys. So they're coming in a little confident.
It's an interesting dynamic to this rivalry because it's an unprecedented streak. I can think of one other time in my life where Elk City beat Weatherford 3 straight times, and it was 97, the regular season, the playoff game, and then the regular season in 1998 was a 3-game winning streak against the Weatherford Eagles. This time, I mean, when you look down there on the field tonight, the guys in the brown have never lost to the guys in the white, and the guys in the white and red have never beaten the guys in the brown, and so that's a different dynamic to this rivalry than there's really ever been. At least in the past 30 or 40 years. So very interesting, that can work both ways, right? It can give Weatherford all the chips on their shoulder to try to beat this Big Elk team tonight, and those seniors over there, a senior-laden club, obviously for Weatherford, to get a notch on their belt to beat the Big Elks. At the same time, you got the guys in the brown that have all the confidence in the world that they can get it done because they have gotten it done over the last 3 years against this Weatherford Eagles squad. Our chiropractic co-sideline reporter, Denny Gino, is down participating in senior night, so we'll check him out here in a little bit. And by the way, Catch has about half the people on the field are down there. Denny, you read this down there? I heard the mic come on.
Yeah, I'm on right now.
It's a Gino family reunion down there on the 40.
Yeah. We're a close-knit family, so everybody likes to be around here.
I like it. I like to see
that. That's great.
that.
We'll talk to Denny here when we come back. We'll have some Paul Jones Drug interviews, continue on with the Gas pregame show as well. Just about 30 minutes or so ahead of the kickoff between the Big Elks and the Weatherford Eagles. It's the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Elk City football.
Here's a Granny, Lisa Rogers. Dad is Michael Rogers. Grandpa is David Rogers. Grandparents Frank and Cheryl Young. Her message is, Granny, thank you for teaching me to be
Are you looking for a bank that understands your needs and works as hard as you do? Welcome to Bank of Western Oklahoma, proudly serving our area since 1908, offering free checking with no monthly fees and convenient mobile banking. Whether you're in Cordell, Elk City, Woodward, or any of our 6 locations, we're always nearby. Bank of Western Oklahoma, where the Western Oklahoma spirit is alive and well. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You love McDonald's world-famous fries, and now every fry you buy sends love to families in our community with ill or injured children. Penny for a pound means your local McDonald's is donating 1 penny for every pound of fries sold, all to benefit local RMHC chapters. 116 million pounds of McDonald's world-famous fries have been sold, raising over $1.16 million for Ronald McDonald House Charities, Oklahoma City. Share your love of fries today, because every penny counts.
McDonald's in Weatherford, Clinton, and in Elk City, proudly owned and operated by the Phillips family. Paul Jones Drug offers a service that makes taking your daily medications safe and easy. It's called convenience packaging, meaning they can combine all of your daily medications and put them in sealed, separate daily packages. This process replaces you from having to fill your daily medication dispenser. And as always, Paul Jones Drug prepares individual blister packaging for long-term care patients. With their drive-through window, curbside service, and free local delivery, it's just more reasons you should choose Paul Jones Drug, 809 North Main Street in Elk City.
I'm Rodney Skinner with Paul Jones Drug, and I promise we provide care you can trust.
Endurance Federal Credit Union supports Elk City schools, and now you can too with the Elk City Elks debit card. With every swipe, a percentage goes to help our schools. Stop by 105 Regional Drive next to Walmart in Elk City for all the details. You're just a swipe away from making a huge difference. Endurance Federal Credit Union is insured by NCUA and equal housing lender.
At GAS, we're committed to fostering the achievements of the next generation. Through the Elk City Public Schools extracurricular activities, we're nurturing talent and inspiring excellence. Our My Future benchmark testing program empowers students to reach new heights, unlocking their full potential and preparing them for a bright future. Join us in supporting our youth, because their future is our mission. GAS, powering the dreams of tomorrow, today.
Welcome back to the GAS pregame show ahead of the Big Elks and the Weatherford Eagles. This is your Paul Jones Drug interview with Coach Maynard. Coach, real quick, last week, that was kind of a tough spot from an emotional standpoint. Clinton the week before, Weatherford coming up this week. Talk about how your guys handled that in a mature fashion and got rid of Douglas pretty quickly and let some young guys get some time in the second half.
Yeah, no, it was a good week. It was a good game, good night for us to really come out, take care of business. The kids were focused and knew the job at hand, and really took care of it early and allowed us to get some guys on the bench and maybe get some guys healthy and rest and get a lot of young guys in and let them get their first taste really of a high school game. So that was good, and proud of the way that we handled it.
Looking over at Cole, he's going to be up for the player interview. With the catches he makes in traffic, you'd think he'd be some 6'4", DK Metcalf looking type of guy. He's not that. So how is he able, game in, game out, to make a catch that when the ball's in the air, no one in the stadium really thinks he's going to get to?
Oh, you have to ask him. He's got great ball skills. He jumps high for a short guy, but really has great ball skills and has great hands, and really has a knack for getting open. Knows how to find ways and find seams and beat guys in one-on-one coverage, and even if it's not relying on his speed or athleticism, just being kind of a good ball player and having instincts about him. And obviously he's been a great player for us for several years now. He'll continue to be a great player for us. And really a great leader on and off the field, and helping people do the right things and getting people lined up and communicating with the other players. And really when we started this season, one thing about him specifically, the 4 guys we have out there in the secondary right now, there's been about 6 or 7 different guys that's had to play in the secondary. And one thing Cole's done is really communicate to those guys and tell them exactly what their job is. And so really proud of the way he's handled himself. Obviously as a football player, he's outstanding. And there's times where, on the headset we say, hey, when's the last time 3 touched the ball? I said, okay, well, let's throw it to him. Well, coach, he's double covered. Throw it to him, he'll make the play. So, we're obviously really proud of him and all that he's accomplished.
That was a long way to say the mustache,
Yes, there you go.
This week's opponent is the Weatherford Eagles. It's a rival, obviously. Had some success against Weatherford. To my knowledge, a win tonight is the first time that Elk City's ever beat them 4 times in a row. What is it going to take for you guys to continue on through the district? And a big win this week also puts you in position to do another thing that's never happened, which is to host a playoff game 3 straight years. Yeah,
I think that our kids are obviously excited about this when they've had it probably circled on the schedule since the schedule came out. Looking forward to this one. They enjoy playing Weatherford. And it's always been a fun game, a fun spirited game, high intensity, lots of emotion. So we'll have to be very physical. Usually when you talk about these I-40 teams, the team that's the most physical takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, and executes in big moments, win the game. So, we're going to have some explosive plays. We'll have to keep their explosive plays at a minimum. We'll have to be able to run the football. We'll have to be extremely physical on defense, get people on the ground, and then, when the opportunities do arise to create a big play, we need to make them. And I think our kids are excited about that and look forward to that. And this is what high school football is all about, in my opinion.
Do you notice a change, from Coach Roof to Coach Sossaman, offense to defense? Do they have more of a defensive identity this season than maybe they have in the last couple of years?
Maybe so, yeah. And I think most of their starters return on defense, and there's a lot of that goes to it. Offensively, they may run it a little more than they did a year ago. I think they're about 67% run. So there's some gas analytics for you. But essentially they're the same. And really they've got the same kids that they've had playing for the last 2-3 years. So we're kind of in the same boat there, where we both have lots of seniors. And like I said, these kids have been playing against each other for years now. So it'll be a great game.
A lot of people notice 88, obviously, when he's out there, especially when Weatherford has the ball. But I contend that 15 is the guy that can create the big plays for Weatherford. Talk a little bit about how they use maybe CJ as a decoy to get Nick Jett those long shots.
Yeah, they'll put 88 in the slot. They'll put him at tight end. And then they'll move him out there as a single receiver by himself. And, sometimes teams will go out and double cover him when he's by himself. Or, when they put him in the slot, now the corner and the safety will take 88, and that leaves 15 open for a deep post or a deep shot. And, he's a good athlete. He can run fast, and he's got good ball skills as well. So we'll have to not pay too much attention to one or the other, but really, know that they're going to make some plays at points. But keeping those to a minimum and keeping those gains to a minimum will really be what the key is.
Offensively, you guys, I think, have taken on a little bit of a different attitude ever since the Cash 96-yard drive. You went back to the bone. You get a sense of physicality with the offense that maybe wasn't there for the full games early on. Is that how you win this game? Be more physical, control the ball, and be able to especially score in the red zone?
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of what we need to do tonight. And then, obviously be willing to take shots whenever we feel like we can with play action. And, number 3 for us has to touch it, 6, 8, 10, 12 times, just because he's that good. He's one of our best players. So, trying to kind of marry it all together, but I think from an offensive standpoint, from an identity standpoint, yeah, we're going to line up and we're going to run right at you, and we're going to do it for 4 quarters, and kind of like life, the toughest man standing at the end is going to be the one who wins Friday night.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Paul Jones Drug interview with Coach Maynard. We'll be back. Cole Bowie will have his Paul Jones Drug interview with Jared Atha. Big Elks and the Weatherford Eagles coming up at you. This is still the Gas pregame show, the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Elk City football.
After renting a duplex for a couple of years, my wife and I were beyond excited to take our baby and move into our own home. Almost a decade later, we had 2 more kids, and we were beyond excited again to move our family of 5 into a bigger home. Finding a place is difficult. So is selling what you've got when it's time to move on. It's the kind of thing you need to leave to the pros. Nobody's better than RE/MAX All-American Realty in Elk City. Take a look at their Facebook page. These decisions are too important to go it alone.
Looking for the perfect grill? Find yours at Ace, because at Ace, the perfect grill comes with free assembly, delivery, and fuel, like the Weber Gas Grill, Big Green Egg Charcoal Grill, Traeger Wood Pellet Grill, and Blackstone Gas Griddle. You won't find all these premium brands and service at a warehouse store, only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Owners George and Jim Bob Browning invite you to visit the locally owned Ace Home Centers nearest you, or shop online at elksupply.com.
Great people give customers a great experience. Our master technicians have the best training there is in auto repair. We have more master techs than any dealership in the area. The transport team is happy to come get your vehicle, have it serviced, and bring it back to you for a no-hassle oil change. The finance department and sales team make it easy for you to buy the vehicle you want, and the office staff does the admin work necessary to take care of our customers. These great people are the Barbara Dyson difference.
At Culver Electric, we provide top-tier electrical services, ensuring your home and business are powered with excellence. From routine maintenance to full-service installations, our expert team ensures your electrical systems operate seamlessly. We are your trusted Generac and Kohler dealer, offering installations that guarantee reliability when you need it most. Contact us today to experience the Culver Electric difference.
Who can solve this equation? Ooh!
Me.
Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm.
Okay. All right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you.
Bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan.
Call State Farm agent Daniel Garbarino in Elk City today.
Circle A Western Wear is proud to be the official sideline camera sponsor of Big Elk TV. For over 40 years, we have been serving Western Oklahoma with the best in boots, hats, and workwear. And now we're standing tall with our hometown team. Whether you're in the stands or on the ranch, Circle A has everything you need to stay tough, look sharp, and keep winning. Visit us at Circle A in Elk City or shop online for all your Western wear needs. Circle A, where tradition meets toughness. Let's go Big Elks.
Welcome back to the Gas pregame show right here on Big Elk TV, also Cool 94, Elk City at home. Once again, getting ready for, again, another big opponent, another rival in the Weatherford Eagles flying in here tonight to take on the Big Elks, and a lot still at stake as far as playoff implications are concerned. With me right now is wide receiver, defensive back, senior Cole Bowie. Cole, you've had another great season so far this year, racking up the numbers, one of them against Cash. Having that record night against them, and everything's been working well for you this year. So just kind of overall, tell me how your season's gone. How do you think it's gone for you?
I think it's been pretty good. I mean, I've had some losses, ups and downs, but I think it's been pretty good.
And some of it's out of control or out of your hands because of the injuries and stuff like that. And, of course, Elgin's a really good team, but so are you guys. When you're healthy, you're really, really good, and everything works for you guys, especially offensively when it's turned into that run game, going back to it. But you're still a big factor into that when it comes to running that football with what you do on the outside. Tell me how you contribute to that when it's running the football like the way you guys do, how you kind of get the defense's attention on the outside.
I just kind of got to stay ready whenever my name's called because we run it a lot, but I also got to be blocking every play, too, in case they bust one out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You've done really well with that. Let's just go ahead and talk about tonight's opponent. We want to talk about Douglas. That's such a bad game for them and a really good game for you guys. But tonight's game is really big with the Weatherford Eagles coming to town. I want to start on the defensive side for you. And I have a feeling you're going to be lined up against number 15 a lot, Nick Jett. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I'll be on his side quite a bit.
So, and you're probably familiar with them because you guys you've been playing against each other for a long time. How do you slow him down? How do you keep him in front?
He's a really good player, so he's obviously going to make some plays, but I think it's all about just limiting it.
What else does Weatherford do? Obviously number 88 too, right?
Yeah, obviously they got 88. I mean, they're going to throw it up to him one-on-one a couple times a game. I mean, they've got a good back too that they hand the ball off to quite a bit. They've got people everywhere, so we just got to limit the big plays.
And offensively, how are you going to attack them? How do you feel like you can have some success?
I think we're going to just do what we do and shove it down the throat. Take shots when we want to.
I like that approach, right? That's awesome. All right, final thing. Give a shout out to anybody you want to.
Shout out my brother Will.
Very good. All right, Cole, go get him. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
It's a good win. Coming up, we got the coin flip, the kickoff national anthem, and a really good game. It's all coming up right here on Big Elk TV and Cool 94. Don't go anywhere.
If you don't have motor oils or filters, your equipment's not going to run. If you got something broke, you need a bolt for it. You got to have that stuff. You got to have your greases to keep everything running good. Camrock is the name of the company. We've got what you need for your agriculture or oil field industry, whatever you need.
Your farmer need a hose built. You can come in, we'll build it. Oil field customer will come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. American Hose and Supply in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
It's 2111 South Main, Elk City.
Are headaches, migraines, or dizziness interrupting your life?
Are you an expectant mother or have young children in need of specialized care?
At the Chiropractic Co., we have solutions for you. I'm Dr. Brooks, and I specialize in upper cervical care to treat whiplash, post-concussive syndromes, and complex neurological conditions.
And I'm Dr. Michaela, and I offer gentle, effective care for babies, mamas, and young kids. Come find relief and support for your whole family at the Chiropractic Co.
Just call us today at 580-339-8078 or visit thechiropractic.co.
Hi, I'm Shannon Bowie, RN. My husband, John Bowie, and I are the owners of Elite Aesthetics. Do you have stubborn age spots, sun damage, unwanted hair growth? We can treat these using our Cyton laser, performing the halo treatment, broadband light treatment, laser hair removal treatment. We also offer Botox and Dysport injections to soften fine lines. Want to target your pores and brighten your skin? Try our Diamond Peel Microdermabrasion procedure. We also carry the Obagi skincare line and the Elta MD products. Call us today for your free consultation and let us help you age gracefully. Find us on Facebook.
Protect your family by safely storing all your medications. For information on the dangers of drug use, visit samhsa.gov. Order a free naloxone kit or fentanyl test strips at okimready.org. This program is funded by Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, the Center for Substance Abuse Prevention, Southwestern Oklahoma Development Authority, and the Beckham County Drug Prevention Coalition.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Western Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Western Tech.
Welcome back here to Big Elk Stadium. It is the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Elk City football. Tonight, Class 4A District 1 action. A couple of I-40 rivals getting together here on senior night in Elk City. It's the Big Elks at 3-4, 2-2 in the district, facing the Weatherford Eagles. Weatherford 5-2. They're 3-1 in 4A1 action up to this point. Denny Gino, our Chiropractic Co. sideline reporter, has gone through the senior night festivities, and he's ready to join us down there on that Chiropractic Co. sideline. I got to tell you, Denny, it's hard for me to believe that you now have one child that's already graduated high school, another one that is going to in the spring. Is that mean you're getting old?
I still look like I'm 25, though, right?
Do you feel 25?
No, I feel about 85.
Well, we're going to pause here as the senior choir is going to give us the national anthem, and then we'll get Denny's thoughts on what's going to happen here tonight between the Elks and the Weatherford Eagles.
Touchdown. Lexi Snyder, Jaden Manning, Matt Harper, and Jade Bullock.
Whose broad stripes and bright
Yes, I was going to wait to fire off before you turn that down. All right, Denny, down on the chiropractic coach sideline, what are your thoughts leading into tonight? And as you give us a Camrock key to the game for the Big Elks.
I'm just trying to get my ears back. That was a beautiful rendition, but, man, I was getting all types of feedback in my headphones. It's a beautiful night. I mean, it's about 65 degrees, wind, about 5 mile per hour breeze. It's going to be a little chilly if you're sitting in the stands, but if you're running around the field, it's going to feel great. I think there's a few keys to the game. This is a very important game. There's going to be a lot of excitement on the field, a little extra on the backside of it. And just from past experiences with baseball and basketball and everything, all kind of mixed together. These kids, like you had said in the pregame, these kids have played each other from the time that they were 5 years old. And, they've gone back and forth. In seventh grade, Weatherford beat them in football. And our kids didn't take it very well. They were pretty irritated. I think that was their only loss that season. And then the next year they beat them. The Elks beat them as eighth graders. And I'd have to give that game up to Coach Peffer. He did something that I would have never done. But, he took somebody out of the box and double-teamed CJ. And we just let our kids play. And our kids did a great job. But anyways, these kids haven't looked back since. And I think the emotions are going to be high tonight, both sides. They know that they haven't won in the last 3 years against us. And we know we have. But, all that goes out the door whenever the football kicks off. So I think it's going to be fun. I think, our kids going to have to keep their heads. I think we're going to have to limit our turnovers, and I think we need to get some turnovers and then just play clean football from there.
What's your Camrock key to the game for this one, Jared Ava?
I think it's pretty simple. Ball control, and I think that starts with running the football, something the Big Elks have had a lot of success doing over the years, especially against this Weatherford team in this win streak they got against them. So keep it simple. Just run the football, take the fight to them, manage the football game, manage the clock, and, don't turn it over. I mean, that's should go without saying. And just keep the ball out of their hands and control what you can do by running the football. So ultimately just run the football.
Yeah, I think got to finish. We had a chance, obviously, right here, the three of us, to watch the way that Clinton game finished. and it did not go the Elks' way. They had every opportunity to win that one. So tonight, if you get yourself in that position again, you have to finish it off against the Weatherford Eagles. Don't let any outside factors affect the outcome. Let you be the ones to affect the outcome. And I think it's going to be a fun one. I've believed from the very beginning of the season that these three teams down I-40 are incredibly evenly matched in a lot of ways. And, any night, one of them can beat the other two and vice versa. So I'm excited to see what happens here tonight, guys.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. 100%. I mean, they're all good ball clubs. They're all good ball clubs.
I mean, if the first two games are any indication, the Clinton-Weatherford game, how close that one was there in the fourth quarter, and then, of course, our game against Clinton, if those two games are any indication, this game's going to be a lot of fun.
I kind of hope that the feeling those kids had when that field goal was made and almost ripped their heart out. Yeah, I mean, just as a parent and as a coach, same feeling. I hope they can use some of that
right
in this game, knowing I don't want that again.
Yeah, don't let that happen against both of those teams down I-40. All right, so the Eagles come in 5-2. They were 2-1 outside the district. They beat Kingfisher 20-3. They shut out El Reno 31-0. Their lone non-district loss was to Pauls Valley 19-6. Within the district, they beat Clinton 21-10. Shut out Douglas 51-0. Shut out Cache 39-0. Then last week suffered their first loss 56-14 down in Elgin. This series has been pretty tight over the last 15 years. Weatherford's won 9. The Elks have won 6, dating back to 2010. Weatherford's got 3 state titles to their credit, 1999, 1992, and 1991. They played in the state finals and lost in 96, 02, and most recently 2019. Weatherford's made the playoffs 47 times in their history, 48 and 44 all-time record in those playoffs. The Elks, as you mentioned, we've talked about it, 3 straight wins against the Weatherford Eagles. Win tonight in second place in a first-round playoff game is within their sights. They've never hosted playoff games 3 years in a row here at Elk City, as far as I can remember. 1 state championship back in 1998. They played for it 4 times. 33 playoff appearances in the history. And as far back as I could go, they've only played in the playoffs 1 time. And the Elks won on this field back in 1997, 24-7. The captains have made their way onto the field. The Elks have 5 seniors out there: Reese Burton, Colin Church, Logan Webb, Cole Bowie, and Catch Gino. On the other side, it's Stone Chisholm, it's Cash Jennings, it's Nick Jett, and then is that 63 Cutler Rollins is the other captain for the Weatherford Eagles. The Elks in their home, brown over brown, a couple of white stripes going down the pants, a couple of white stripes on either side of their shoulder pads, white helmet with the brown stripe front to back. Weatherford in the road, white over red numerals, those silver helmets with the W on them in red. The captains get down there. We'll send it down to Denny for the SWOTA coin toss.
Okay, gentlemen, we're here to help you have a good game, okay? Sportsmanship and safety are always our 2 primary concerns out here, okay? Any questions? Okay, I got a silver dollar. Heads, tails. Tails, heads. You're going to let me know what you want, head or a tail. You're going to repeat that back to me. I'll toss the coin in the air. I'll catch it like this. If I drop it, we'll go through everything again, okay? So what do you want? Tails. What did he say? Tails. He said tails. It is tails. Defer in the second half. You want to defer in the second half?
Okay, as you heard it, Stone Chisholm won the toss. He called tails. They are going to defer to the second half. That means Elk City will get the ball first. And it looks like we're going to receive in the south end zone.
That was your SWOTA coin toss. Appreciate SWOTA. Lives are worth saving at SWOTA. Let's go with since the Elks get the ball first, the Sonic starting lineup will be on the Elk City offense. Looking at kind of what happened last week, at left tackle, he had 6 foot 243-pound senior number 68 Cotton Sean. The left guard was 5'11", 212 senior number 71 Cason Cobb. The center has been 6 foot 307 junior number 79 Adrian Acosta. Right guard 6'2", 220 a junior number 56 Deshaun Jackson. And the right tackle 6'3", 278 a junior number 64 is Aiden Muse. The quarterback 6'1", 187 a senior number 14 Logan Webb. Logan's completed 68% of his passes for just under 900 yards this season, on 6 touchdowns with 9 picks. Running the football tonight, I'm not sure if Jaden's going to be out there, but he's normally available. 21, Jaden Wynn, 5'9", 191 senior. Number 1, Tucker Garza, 5'11", 194, a junior. He's rushed for 522 yards this season, leading the Elks with 8 touchdowns. You'll see James Harrell. You might see Nate Miller. You see Tugger McHouston as well. And then the receivers, 5'8", 150, a senior, number 3, Cole Bowie. Cole set the single-game receiving record against Cash on this field back a couple of weeks ago with 205. He's about 350 short of a season-long receiving yardage record as well. He's scored 3 touchdowns through the air. Slade Josie, Colin Church, the tight end. Easton Sloan to get some time there as well. As both teams making their way to the field, the Eagles on the southeast corner of the end zone at Big Elk Stadium. They're ready to run through the paper Weatherford Eagle, and of course the Elks, a different tradition this year as they walk their way all the way down to the southwest corner. As the smoke will start, the flags will be flying, and the Elks will come out of the helmet. You heard from the referee tonight. The white hat is Marcus Walker. His umpire is Jerry Kuntz. Trenton Williams, the line judge. The head linesman is Ernest Apoku, and Harmon Ray, the back judge, as the Weatherford Eagles sprint onto the field from south to north. The American flag is that Cy Scamahorn, number 1.
Yep.
Has that, and I can't tell who else. There's one W, a white flag with a red W. I think it's Jackson Blackman. And then 53 over there, Raji with the red flag with the white W. And now the Elk City Elks about to enter Big Elk Stadium from the south. You kind of feel it, guys, right? I mean, it's a rivalry game. It's a hugely important district game here tonight at Elk City, and yeah, you can. It's in the air for sure.
I get a lot fatter when I get nervous because I eat a lot, and I've had a few of these tacos I brought up here because those it kind of suppresses the butterflies, and they're not working. I still have the butterflies. I'm excited for this one.
You got the brown smoke, you got the white smoke. The flags are ready to roll as the Elks are in the big inflatable helmets, and now here they spill onto the field. Clad in brown is the Elk City Elks. Is that C-High?
C-High and Luna and Miller.
C-High with the American flag, Luna with the EC flag, and then Nate Miller, the flag of the great state of Oklahoma, as the Elks make their way to midfield and then just calmly walk toward us on the west side of the stadium, ready to receive the kickoff. Before we do that, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Big Elk Football.
You're listening to Big Elk Sports on 94.3 KXOO Elk City. Cool 94.
Welcome back here to Big Elk Stadium, just moments away from the Elite Aesthetics kickoff between the Elk City Elks and the Weatherford Eagles. This game will go a long way in deciding who is going to finish second in Class 4A's District 1. Weatherford really puts themselves in a great spot. If they win this game already at 3-1, they would make them go to 4-1, and they would hold the tiebreaker over Clinton as far as head-to-head matchups. And so kind of hard to imagine Weatherford not securing the second place tonight if they are able to win this game, Jared.
Yeah, so, we talked about everything in front of us and what's at stake for us. It's equally as important for them, too. That's what amplifies this game. It's not just about the rivalry. It's about what it means moving forward for playoffs.
The Elks can also take a huge step toward getting second place if they can win this game as well.
A question that we kind of had was if Jaden was going to play or not. I saw him come running out of the tunnel, and he was jumping up and down. I didn't figure he would miss this game, so I'm glad to see that he's moving well.
I talked to him last night at the hamburger feed, and he was pretty sure he was going to be able to make it out there tonight. Jake Crisp will kick left to right for Weatherford. Elite Aesthetics kickoff, thinking to John and Shannon Bowie. As Crisp sends it into the brown end zone with the white Elks painted in there. As Jake Crisp, it's not the first time he's done that. It's his 5th touchback on the stats that I can see. So the Elks start 1st and 10 at their own 20, just underway after the Elite Aesthetics kickoff.
Already got some a little blood flowing through. Some. I don't know if they had planned that on blocking, but they knew they were going to go hit somebody right then. So
the Elks will send wishbone formation with 3 backs out there. Fullback catch Gino. The 2 wing backs are Wynn and Garza. Snap back, handoff up the middle. Did they hand it to Cash?
It looks like it.
Catch stuffed it right in his belly. No gain. 2nd down and 10 is getting up off the pile. Cash Jennings number 0. Also, Burkeen there to make the stop for Weatherford.
First carry this year?
No. First one with the cast on.
Well, of course. Yeah. There's like pre-cast and post-cast.
I was trying my best to get Dr. Wenham to call Dr. Avant and see if there's something I could do to get him out of that, but I got the no.
They break the bone, 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle. It's to Gino again, and catch pushes forward to about the 24. Give him a gain of 4 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Clearly trying to catch Weatherford, something they probably weren't preparing for, and that's catch carrying the football.
It makes me really nervous over here.
I'm sure it does, Dad.
Bowie's going to have to exit some sort of – actually, it's going to be Wynn.
Got Scamahorn over here with him.
They're going to run Jaden off. Some equipment issue.
That's probably his back plate. His back plate's showing. It's been an issue all year. You can't have your part of your pads hanging out.
So 3rd and 7 Elks. Snap. It's going to be a pitch out to Garza trying to cut it up outside. Now he breaks it to the inside. He's going to get to the 25, but no further. Is making the tackle out in space. Jacoby Flynn and also Jordan Martinez, a gain of 2, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and a 3 and out in the first possession for the Elk City Elks. Of note there for Weatherford, you don't see 15 Nick Jett. He's normally one of the corners. Jacoby Flynn was out there for him in this first possession, so that's something to watch. We had heard pregame that he may not be 100%, may not be able to go, so we'll watch for him on the offensive side.
Been dealing with a hamstring issue, I was told, all season long.
Snap back. In the air, Bowie, end over end punt. It's going to be taken by Scamahorn at the 45 of Weatherford. Stacked up by Colin Church. Now he breaks away near side and steps out of bounds. Ushered out there by Nate Miller. Harrell and Church had a shot at him. He goes out of bounds at midfield, and the official marks him all the way to the Elk City 47. It's a heck of a spot.
He went out right at the 50 on the State Farm replay. That's 2 yards too many right here. But that's 47, right at 47. So I don't know why they chose that. Wow.
Well, we're going to have to do a better job of tackling, I'll tell you that much. We literally had 2 guys on him, and then I don't know if we just
kind of thought it was over, it looked like to me.
I don't know.
3 receivers left to Weatherford. 1st and 10 at the Big Elk 47. It's going to be Chisholm with the run left, cuts it back up inside, and he dives forward. See where they actually mark it. It's going to be a 3-yard gain to the Elk City 44 on 1st down. Fabian Armendariz there to help make the tackle.
A couple of things that Weatherford likes to do right here. So if 14 Chisholm's in, they like running him. And they'll usually be in the gun. If he gets under, it's usually like an outside zone run or a play action pass. And then with 8, they like running the jet action with him.
2 receivers near side. Skinner, the lone tailback. They'll turn, hand off to Skinner, looking to go to the left. He's got some room to the outside. He's going to be stood up after a gain of a couple. Now fights forward to the 40-yard line, 3 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, so in that formation right there, when he's under, you kind of want to look and see where what was that time was a wing. And they like running right at him and try to cut it back inside or bounce it.
You mentioned Stone Chisholm. He's led Weatherford in rushing so far this season, just a hair under 300 yards coming into this one.
So, like, in their 2-back stuff, we haven't seen much of it. That's what they're in right now.
Chisholm in the shotgun, takes a snap, handoff to Skinner up the middle. He stood up right at the line of scrimmage, kind of backs his way toward the 1st down marker. He's going to be marked short. He needed 3, got 2. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the Elk City 38-yard line as Church and Jackson MacArthur getting up off the pile there. 3 runs, 9 yards on the first possession for Weatherford. Now the Elks have a chance at a Brad O'Hara defensive stop. I would assume 14 would probably be the one to carry this one, boys.
I would think so, and I bet they hard count us because we're known for jumping off sides too. So I would definitely say that 14's getting the ball.
Nixon splits left, Cooper Bryant to the right. 4th and 1, Weatherford at the Big Elk 38. Handoff up the middle to Blackman. Blackman was stopped initially near the line of scrimmage. Let's see where they mark it. I think the Big Elks have a Brad O'Hara defensive stop, and they do. Kai Brott, Easton Sloan knock him down short of the line to gain, maybe. The officials trying to figure out where to spot it. Oh, yeah, it's right at the line of scrimmage at the 38-yard line. And the Elk City Elks come up big on 4th down to stop the Weatherford Eagles, and that's a Brad O'Hara Farmers Insurance defensive stop. They're going to measure a WTC timeout for an official measurement, but there is absolutely no way.
No.
He's got to get to the 37, and they marked it just downfield from the 39.
Big Elks had a chance to stop him even further back. Good job. Unlike the punt return where it looked like the Big Elks had him stopped, they kind of gave up on him. That time they did not give up on that play. And by the looks of it, they've turned him over on downs, but we'll see.
No, it's nowhere near.
Oh, wow.
It's a whole yard. It's a yard and a half short.
Hey, you know what? Ball don't lie. I mean, you give him 3 yards. Yeah, this is that's karma at its best.
Great job by the Elk City defense there. Weatherford had great field position on their first drive, and first Brad O'Hara Farmers Insurance defensive stop. Both teams, Elks 3 and out, Weatherford 4 and out. Thank you to the O'Hara family. Our family helping your family.
Moving on.
Oh, they're good. So the Elks have pretty good field position here. 1st and 10 at their own 39. No score. 7:58 left to play in the first on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. Of course, we'll have the McDonald's player of the game, Culver electrifying play, and that's at the top of the Barbara Dyson Ford tough hit. Play action, back to passes Webb, slings it wide open to Garza, 45-40, 35-30. It's a race with Flynn, 20, 15, 10, 5. It's a touchdown for the Big Elks. 61 yards from Webb to Garza. There was nobody there. The clock never started, but who cares? Throw up a touchdown for the Elks.
Great play. I thought Logan was going to get nailed on the backside. And we'll wait for the extra point to play the State Farm replay.
Endurance Federal Credit Union extra point pending with Braulio Luna. 6-0 Elks. Midway through the first. Good snap. Hold down. Kick up. Braulio tucked it inside the right upright. The Endurance Federal Credit extra point is good. Let's take a look at that State Farm replay. Daniel Garbarino, State Farm agent in Elk City and Clinton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Yeah, I think Weatherford's sneaking up, thinking Elk City's going to do one of my keys of the game and just run. And they caught him a little bit too many men in the box. I think I couldn't tell who number 0 was.
Jennings.
He was barreling down off. That was just perfect. The timing was perfect. Everything was perfect right there on that play. Great play call.
Yeah,
we got the back-to-back plays of we've had the Barbara Dyson big hit, followed by at this point
Culver electrifying play.
That was very electrifying.
7-0 Elks on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. 7:48 still to play here in the first quarter. Both teams 3 and out for the Elks and a punt on the first possession. 4 and out as the Elks stopped Weatherford on a 4th and short. And then the verse play after that, 61 yards from Logan Webb to Tucker Garza. And 7-0 the brown and white out on top of the Weatherford Eagles here in the first. Skinner is going to have to exit. Cash and Skinner, one of the upbacks in the Weatherford, and he's pulling down his knee pads. I can see him over there on the sideline. Now, Cy Scamahorn will replace him.
It's not just us.
Is it 4, Denny? Jacoby Flynn back there?
Yes.
Okay. It's normally Jet. So Flynn back at his own 10. Braulio Looney's angling it near side, high, short. Scamahorn's got it at the 19, down to the near side, tries to cut it up the middle. He makes a cut around MacArthur, and look out, down the near sideline. There's going to be a block, and now here goes Scamahorn to the 10, to the 5. Scamahorn with a kickoff return for a touchdown for the Weatherford Eagles. He started toward the middle, cut it on the near side. The Elks' entire sideline was pointing out at a block made at about the 45, but no flag was thrown. And Cy Scamahorn, 81 yards on the kickoff return touchdown for the Weatherford Eagles.
I hate to say it, but our contained man, he ran inside for a tackle and kind of got blocked back inside, and then he kind of stood there, and then so Scamahorn just saw, well, the sideline's open now, and he just took off. Kind of frustrating. I mean, that's a senior, and it just drives me nuts. You know, this is an elite team game. You can't go try to do somebody else's job.
McSpirit to hold. It's not crisp kicking. I can't tell what the number is there. Is the extra point
29.
looks up and good? He may be back. He was the kicker at first,
Chavez.
I think. Chavez. So the Weatherford Eagles counter the Elk City Elks and tie the score at 7 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. A 61-yard pitch and catch from Webb to Garza for the Elks touchdown. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Cy Scammahorn takes it 81 yards to tie it up at 7.
A pretty exciting first half of this quarter. And looking back on that replay, I don't know if it was a call for a block in the back. Did you see it?
No, I just saw him jumping up and down, yelling at the officials.
We can look at it again.
I was sitting here looking, thinking that he's fixing to jump outside, and I think the guy got enough of him to keep him from getting outside. I don't know who it was, but I kind of saw what you were talking about. And it was kind of the side back.
Yeah, it looked like it on the side.
It's a call, don't call. Being on our sideline probably gets called most of the time. Being on their sideline wouldn't get called type of deal.
Yeah, looking at the State Farm replay, there was nothing egregious by any stretch of the imagination.
The official on this sideline did go with my, if it's on our sideline, we should get the flag.
So a couple of bolts of lightning strike for either side, and it's 7-7 Elk City and Weatherford with 7:35 to play in the first quarter. Jake Crisp to kick off. Garza and Bowie standing back inside the Big Elk 5. Crisp's first kickoff of the game was a touchback, his 5th of the season. Toe to leather, high, end over end. It's going to drive Bowie all the way back to the L in the end zone, and so the Elks will start again 1st and 10 at their own 20. Tie ball game with 7:35 left to play in the first. We saw Clinton jump out on top of the Elks a couple of weeks ago here, and the Elks came back and countered. This time it's the reverse. The Elks jump out ahead, and Weatherford counters.
All about how you respond. And in that game you just mentioned, Elks had they have had great responses to every punch thrown by the Red Tornadoes. Punches thrown by the Weatherford Eagles. Let's see how they respond to it.
It was a great kick by Luna. I mean, it pinned him right up against the sideline. We should have just haltered him right there.
Pitch sweep running left as Garza tripped up from behind as he made a move. Reno Hammonds just shoestrung tackled him after a gain of 4 out to the 24. There was a bunch of green grass out in front of Tucker that time.
Yeah, that was going to be a Remax first down, if not way more, because he was just about to shift it in the 5th gear.
Cotton and Jackson doing a good job over here on the left side of the offensive line. 2nd and 6, Elks at their own 24, marching right to left on your radio dial. Under center, handoff is to Wynn. He's going to be shoved to the ground as Acosta, the center, got shoved straight back on the snap. Wynn got back to the 23-yard line, but it's actually they give him right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Right there in the middle, Rollins and Burkeen did a good job that time for Weatherford, just shoving the offensive line into the backfield.
They're big. We knew that coming in. Got to find a way to contain that.
3rd and 6, Elks at their own 24. Bowie and Josie split to the right. Under center is Webb. It's going to be a handoff to Garza. Makes a move up the middle. C.J. Nixon had him for a moment. Garza breaks the tackle. Still pushing forward. Did he get the 30? I think he might have. That could be a Remax first down. What a run by Garza.
They're acting like it is. We might have another measurement.
If it's on the 30, it's a first down because it was
right
a
on the nose. Yeah,
touchback.
They're moving it.
What a run by Garza as he just kept on moving forward.
I just thought we have not called 88's number or name out yet, and he almost had a tackle for loss or right at the line of scrimmage. Because he missed that tackle, that allowed Garza to keep churning and do what he does best, is be electric.
Well, and we didn't touch him either. Like, he just came off the edge, and I was sitting there thinking this is bad, and
got to hurry.
Yeah,
Play clock down to 4. Now to 3. The Elks get set at 1. Get it snapped just before, and we've got what? A flag flies, an Anadarko Dozer flag on the field. They may call the Elks for an illegal shift or a false start. Trying to get it.
That kind of looked like that Clinton play, right, where it's a false start because they're all moving around.
The Elks are trying to get a WTC timeout before the flag was called. Instead, marching back 5, Anadarko Dozer flag. Jay and Angie Wyatt at Anadarko Dozer. Integrity comes first.
Kind of wish we had this crew against Clinton.
So it's 1st and 15, Elks back at their own 25, snapping it from the left hash, the near side of the field. Wishbone formation, snap, handoff in the backfield is DeGino. Catch, breaks the tackle, spins forward, got the penalty yardage back to the 30-yard line. It's 2nd and 10. Rosenkrantz and also Raji will check into the lineup for Weatherford in those two defensive tackle positions, with Rollins and also Martinez checking out. Second and 10 Elks at their own 30. We've got 5 minutes to play in the first quarter in a tie ball game, 7-7, the Big Elks and the Weatherford Eagles. Bowie splits near side. They break the bone to the right. Under center, pitch back to Garza. He steps through a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be stacked up at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 for Tucker, and it'll bring up 3rd and 8.
There's not much inside. I mean, with Weatherford's linebackers, they flow really well. I mean, we're getting the first line block, but the linebackers are coming screaming. And I mean, Tucker just kind of launched himself in there because he knew it was like see what I can get extra.
Rosenkrantz, Reno Hammonds, Jackson Blackman. Another guy you're not seeing out there so far is Steele Chisholm either, 23. 3rd down and 7 for the Elks. In motion goes Bowie. Back to pass is Webb. Nixon chases, and CJ tackles him back at the 24-yard line. A sack for Nixon, and the Elks will be forced to punt.
That's one when you just gotta know he's coming off the edge, and you're not going to outrun him.
No.
And just let one fly out of bounds over top of one of our receivers.
Yeah, he's a different type of athlete.
Yeah, well,
if you don't block him, it's going to be hard for him not to get back there.
He's chasing me. I'm not running away from him, okay? So I might be able to beat Logan right now.
23, they'll snap it from the 23. Bowie to punt back to the Big Elk 10. 2 back to receive. It's Scamahorn and also Skinner. Bowie, low liner, headed over toward Cash and Skinner. He steps up, takes the ball at the 40, dances out of a tackle, spins at midfield, and now he's going to be stacked up finally by Seahigh, but at the Elk City 45-yard line. Weatherford has dominated the field position in their first 2 offensive series. Starts at the 47 of the Elks, this time at the Elk City 45, after forcing another Elk City punt back in their own territory.
I'm trying to stay calm, but I don't. It's kind of hard to do. We miss a tackle and we stand and watch, and gosh dang, if it's not the same one over and over, we got to keep going. You got to keep playing. This is a big game. Got to keep playing.
Bryant and Flynn split right. Nixon to the left. Back to pass is going to be Chisholm. Floats it to CJ down the far sideline, and he has it.
Out of bounds.
Nope, it's out of bounds. He caught it, but he was covered by both Conley Poole, and over the top is Tucker Garza. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I can't tell where they were at on the sideline. I really thought Tucker, was going to come through the legs, but then he went up to try to pick it off kind of. So I thought maybe he was already out of bounds, so he just didn't want to get that big hit.
2nd and 10, Weatherford at the Big Elk 45-yard line. Martinez is the tight end left, 2 receivers right. Chisholm in the pistol, takes the snap, hands it off to Ty Short, makes a cut on the right side. He's stacked up and now spins out of a tackle at the 40, down to the 37-yard line, or 38, excuse me. It's a gain of 7 on 2nd down for Ty Short. Garza was there to make the tackle, kind of ducked his head. And
that was
Short.
catch.
Oh, that was catch?
Yes,
okay.
just whiffed him.
Whiffed him and kind of spun off of him. So 3rd down and 3 for Weatherford at the Big Elk's 38-yard line. We dip under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Tie game 7-7.
You know, right there, Weatherford had CJ and Scammy over on the same side. And that's that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to get separation with them.
2 backs, hand off to Blackman, sweeping left. He's going to have the first down yardage, crossing the 35-yard line, knocked out of bounds at the 34. He needed 3, got 4, and it's a first down for the Weatherford Eagles. Each team with 1 RE/MAX All-American Realty first down to their credit. Weatherford's touchdown came on a kickoff return. The Elks got a 61-yard touchdown pass from Webb to Garza for their score. First and 10 Eagles at the Elk City 34-yard line. It's Scamahorn and Nixon split to the right. Blackman kind of a sniffer back on the left.
That's not Blackman.
No, the sniffer back.
That's Short.
Short is the running back. Blackman was over there near the linebacker, wasn't he? Yeah, it's kind of the H-back.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the one in the backfield.
It was a keep from Stone Chisholm, and he's knocked off his feet back at the 35, loss of 1, and Kai Brott and Tucker Garza there to make the play.
You're getting Catch and Tucker mixed up a bunch.
Oh, that was Catch again?
Well, Tucker's back here in the secondary, but he could be in there. He could be in there. But
he was just walking away.
Yeah, he's kind of staying over top of some of these receivers they got.
I'd imagine 88, they'd have somebody, a couple of them on him. He's split near side. Flynn as well in the slot. Short, the running back. Under center is Chisholm. Turns, hands it off to Short. Looking for some room on the left side. The Elks easily down in there to make the play. A flag flies from 30 yards behind the play. Gino and also Brott again on the tackle. Let's see what the Anadarko Dozer flag on the field is.
Looked like Brott made first contact. Droke just came down the line hard, made first contact, and then we just kind of had a couple of other guys come running in there, finish him up.
It would be, the choice here is 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 20. It was a holding call against the Weatherford Eagles.
I couldn't see who was on. There was a couple candidates there. On the line, 66 was one of them, but I thought he let him go in time.
See where they marked. They're discussing where to mark the penalty off at. And they chose the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 21 now for Weatherford back at the Elk City 45-yard line. The Eagles trying to get set up to go fast.
I got a quad set here. What are we doing?
4 receivers.
Oh my.
Over to the left, snap back to Chisholm, flips it out to Cash and Skinner. Skinner's got a block, cuts it back inside, still going, and gets all the penalty yardage back. The officials stopped the clock. Could you see?
He lost his helmet, yeah. When he
flag
got hit,
flies.
he lost his helmet.
I think we might have a...
I think we were confused, too, because Easton Sloan was all the way out here on number 4. I could understand if that's 88, but...
Flag flies. Let's see. They got 10 yards back, but it's going to be a personal foul face mask against the Elk City Elks, so a first down for Weatherford. They had it 2nd and 21. They gained 10 yards to make it 3rd and 11, but the Elks get called for a 15-yarder, and Weatherford's got their second first down of this series down inside to the Elk City 20.
Unfortunately, these refs saw the face mask.
Yeah, unlike last night, right? Minute 37 to play in the first quarter. Game tied at 7. Weatherford threatening with a 1st and 10 at the Elk City 20. Two-back set with Short on the right hip, Blackman on the left hip at the quarterback Chisholm. Handoff up the middle to Short. Breaks through the line of scrimmage momentarily, then tracked from behind after a gain of 3 down to the 17-yard line. Like Tylen Tate getting up off the pile there for the Elks. Now they mark it all the way down to the 16. Near side official had it a full yard short of that. So give him 6.
We need to go with this guy over here.
Yeah. 2nd down and 6 for Weatherford at the Big Elks 16-yard line. Nixon split left. Scamahorn and Flynn split to the right.
Run right here behind these two guys.
Chisholm rolls right, looking. Now he steps across the line of scrimmage, looking for the first down yardage. He's tackled out in the open field as Jackson MacArthur and also Catch Gino knock him off his feet at the 12-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down and a pair for the Eagles.
I'm really hoping this all-brown end zone camouflages our secondary.
Yeah. A few years ago, one of the guys laid down in it, and they threw it back to him. He laid down in the paint.
Is that on a kickoff? Or
it was like I think it was like a kickoff, and whenever they ran down one side, he went down the other, and they threw it back to him. There's nobody over there.
Bunch of big guys in there. As Martinez, tight end, setting up on the left side. It's 3rd down and 2 for Weatherford at the Big Elk 12. Under center is Chisholm. Stone turns, hand off to Short on the left side. The Elks trying to stretch it out. Bowie can't make the tackle. Flag flies in the middle of the field. Short dives toward the pylon. He was out at the 5, but let's see what the marker is as it's laying at the 10-yard line. It would be enough for a first down inside the 5, but where that flag is thrown, I have a feeling the Eagles are marching back to the north.
That official is throwing it farther than some of these kids throwing the football tonight. That's twice he's thrown that flag hard.
Holding is the call against the Weatherford Eagles, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. We'll head to the Nicholson Monument second quarter, tied up at 7 apiece. Elk City and Weatherford. Zemenko, Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Robin and the Nicholson family at Nicholson Monument continue to serve Western Oklahoma families with compassionate expertise and creativity. Let them design your loved one's lasting memorial at Nicholson Family Monument in Clinton. Contact Nicholson Family Monument today, a name you've trusted for years.
Big Elk Auto Mall has you covered with many professional automotive services like gas and diesel mechanics. Also expert exhaust installation. But one of their premier services is F&S collision repair. Just look at what Freddie did with this Lamborghini. From fender benders to major collision repair, they have the certified auto body technicians to do the job right. Plus, the Elk City Athletic Department gets a portion of profits every year. Big Elk Auto Mall is locally owned and located just north of the Elk City Convention Center on Old Route 66. Go Big Elks! Nicholson Monument invites you to visit their website, nicholsonmonument.com. Come by their office weekdays from 8:30 till 5 or schedule a Saturday appointment with Robin or one of her associates. Nicholson Monument Company, their family serving yours since 1956.
All right, just kidding. 3rd and 12, Weatherford back at the Elk City 22. Snap back to Chisholm. Throws a long pass down the far sideline intended for Nixon. CJ goes up. It's knocked away. Conley Poole tipped it away from the much larger Nixon. And that is going to be the final play of the first quarter.
Well, let's watch this great play before we go.
I think he's – I don't know if he got his toe stepped on or what. He's kind of – not running great, kind of hobbling just a little bit.
All right, let's take that time out. We'll be back. Second quarter action. 7-7 Elk City and Weatherford. It's the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Robin and the Nicholson family at Nicholson Monument continue to serve Western Oklahoma families with compassionate expertise and creativity. Let them design your loved one's lasting memorial at Nicholson Family Monument in Clinton. Contact Nicholson Family Monument today, a name you've trusted for years.
Big Elk Auto Mall has you covered with many professional automotive services like gas and diesel mechanics. Also expert exhaust installation. But one of their premier services is F&S collision repair. Just look at what Freddie did with this Lamborghini. From fender benders to major collision repair, they have the certified auto body technicians to do the job right. Plus, the Elk City Athletic Department gets a portion of profits every year. Big Elk Auto Mall is locally owned and located just north of the Elk City Convention Center on Old Route 66. Go Big Elks! Nicholson Monument invites you to visit their website, nicholsonmonument.com. Come by their office weekdays from 8:30 till 5 or schedule a Saturday appointment with Robin or one of her associates. Nicholson Monument Company, their family serving yours since 1956.
Welcome back to Big Elk Stadium. 7-7 Elk City and Weatherford on the Ace Home Center scoreboard. First play of the second quarter will be a Chavez 40-yard field goal attempt for the Weatherford Eagles. They got it 4th and 12 on the Elk City 22-yard line. Chavez just left of center. McSpirit is the holder. Snap high. McSpirit got it down. Chavez's kick is high, spinning, and it's going to be short and right. And the Elk City Elks have another Brad O'Hara Farmers Insurance defensive stop as Chavez got just a little under it, hit it just a tick fat, and it spun too much, and it came down right on the back of the end zone line, just short and right of the uprights.
That's a good bend, don't break defense right there.
Yeah, they had a lot of things going against them. That you know, I mean, of course, that was 2nd and 21, and then have a penalty, face mask penalty, and just some things that you just can't do, and then what do you know? They stop them and hold them.
Yeah, the face mask thing scared me. I thought you just set them up. You had them done there, and then the face mask came. But to overcome that and force a missed field goal is fantastic.
1st and 10 Elks at their own 20-yard line. Kind of get back into the broken bone to the right. Under center is Webb. Turns. Pitch sweep coming right is Garza. He's got a hold to the 25. Cuts it back up to the 30. Breaking tackles. Just carrying guys forward. Across the 35 to the 40-yard line. A 20-yard run and a Remax first down for the Big Elks, courtesy of Tucker Garza.
If you play that, if you see the replay, watch number 5, Colin Church, just attack CJ and basically say, you are not getting in our backfield, and just walls it off for that tunnel.
No, more than once he's been, or one notable time he's been tripped up. That time he wasn't going to let anybody trip him up.
Handoff up the middle. Nate Miller's got a hole, and now he's going to be drugged down from behind before he could really get rolling. Jordan Martinez on the tackle, but Miller tripped up at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 4 for the sophomore Nate Miller, who had his first 2 varsity touchdowns a week ago in the demolition of Douglas.
I'm glad that just wasn't a one-time thing. Last week, him getting it just out of necessity. Yeah, I'm glad to see him get some more carries.
I feel more comfortable with him with 2 hands than the other one with 1 hand.
Broken bone kind of to the right. Now they're going to switch Wynn on the other side. Play clock down to 10, and now Wynn's going to switch back to the right hip of Miller. Under center, Webb. Turn, play action. He's looking down the near side. He's got Garza. Tucker goes up, and it's knocked loose right in between both Jennings and Makes Cry. Tucker had it, but it's incomplete and third down.
I was going to say, if he came down with that, he went up between both of them and snagged it in the smallest window. And I thought he had it, but just right as he's going down, one of them just kind of got their hands in between his arms, and it just broke free.
Man, that's a place, you hear this a lot, but throw it where only your guy can get it. That was the only place he could have got it. It's a great throw. Just got to bring it in.
3rd and 6 Elks. They got to get to the midfield stripe. Webb under center. Play action, rolling right. Logan fires it. Open. Bowie. First down. Remax first down for the Elks at the Weatherford 48. A bullet from Logan Webb, and the sure-handed Cole Bowie makes the play. The Elks needed 6. They got 8. Oh, my gosh. They're marking it down at the 49. What are they watching? Holy Moses.
Wow, that is a horrible spot.
It's at least a yard short, if not 2.
His helmet never even got to that spot.
It is still a first down. Remax first down across midfield at the Weatherford 49. Webb, turn, handoff up to Miller. Miller breaks through a nice hole on the right side of the offensive line. Tripped up after he crosses the 45 to the 44. That's a gain of 5. And the Elks will have it 2nd and 5. Nate Miller running hard as he did from a week ago.
If you talk to D-Mac, the old D-Mac, boy, he'll tell you 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And hey, if we're getting 5 yards, that's better.
Clock ticks under 10 minutes to play before halftime. The Elks and Weatherford Eagles tied at 7. The Elks have a 2nd and 5 at Weatherford's 44-yard line. Webb under center, turns, hands it off up the middle. Miller breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Now he pushes forward to about the 42, then shoved backwards from there. Bruner, Raji, CJ, Burkeen all in there to make the play for Weatherford. They give him the 42. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 for the Elks. Yeah, closer to 2. 2.5 maybe.
You just never know where they're going to spot
Yeah, I'm just going to say.
Well, it started just over the 50. It might help us now. In motion goes Garza. The Elks trying to get Weatherford to jump offside and give them a free first down. They don't. So play clock at 7, and now we're going to have our first WTC timeout of the half called by the Elk City Elks with 9:07 to play in the Nicholson Monument second quarter. 7 apiece, Elk City and Weatherford. Appreciate Kathy Corning, Sarah Hirschman. Western Technology Centers are educating people for success. Campuses in Burns Flat, Hobart, Sayre, Weatherford, and Elk City.
I love the call, the freeze call, but I don't like it with us motioning because we don't run hardly anything where we motion and snap the ball like that. So when we're getting up there and we're snapping it quick and they're getting off the ball quick, just do the same thing and then get them to jump.
Yeah, that's one of those things you see works for Cash or somebody like that that's really adept at running those jet sweeps. You're right. We do it we almost do it to get somebody open down the field sometimes with Cole or Tucker.
Yeah, so I think if we would have just went up there like we normally do and just go set hut and everybody freeze, I think it would have been, we might have got them because I was just thinking, hey, they're starting to get off on the same movement as we are.
Might want to do it again here, right? Just they're not going to be expecting it. Have a two, yeah. So out of the WTC timeout, the Elks have a 3rd and about 2.5 at the Weatherford 42-yard line. They break the bone to the left. Right, wide receiver right.
I was going to say the good thing about doing it here is your play clock doesn't mess with you here because you have plenty of time.
They switch to the right, under center, handoff Miller, Nate, and gosh.
Great effort.
He was stopped at the 40 and then spun away and backpedaled himself across the line to gain all the way down to the 37 of Weatherford. It's another Remax All-American Realty first down. Mike and Tammy Stout at Remax All-American Realty, helping everyone find a home. 8:50 left to play in the first half. Quick moving first half. The Elks Weatherford Eagles tied at 7. Elk City 1st and 10 at Weatherford's 37. Wishbone formation. Church sets up tight end left. Under center is Webb. Turn. And the ball is on the ground. Webb's got it. Is miscommunication between Logan and Tucker. It's a loss of 2 back to the 39 where Webb was able to fall on that fumble.
Yeah, very fortunate that ball didn't, they bounced a funny way. He was able to it just kind of died right on the ground.
Well, a lot of bad things with that offensive play right there. Cole Bowie comes to the sideline. You get a full house. You have no trickery at all that it's going to be a pass. Because if Cole Bowie stay on the sideline, then you're going to run it. But then we just all collided right behind the quarterback.
So 2nd down and 12 for the Elks back at the Weatherford 39-yard line. Bowie split left, Josie right. Wishbone formation, snap, play action. Stepping up in the pocket, wide open is Garza at the 20, the 15, makes a cut to the outside of the 10 to the 5, runs through Jacoby Flynn. It's another touchdown for the Big Elks. 39 yards from Webb to Garza down the middle, and the Elks wrestle the lead back 13-7 with 7:47 to play in the second quarter.
Man, this play design is perfect, going right down the middle. The running is setting up these pass plays for Logan.
Well, and you realize that they are watching Cole with 2 guys.
Yep.
So whenever Cole comes off the sideline, goes back in, now they have to adjust their defense.
Luna on to attempt the Endurance Federal Credit Union extra point. Churchill snap. Bowie will hold. Snap down, kick up. Luna right down the middle. EFCU extra point is good by Braulio Luna, and the Elks jump back out in front 14-7 over the Weatherford Eagles with 7:47 left to play in the Nicholson Monument second quarter. Give it up to the offensive line as well, guys. Outside of the one play where nobody blocked Nixon and he was able to get a sack on a 3rd and long, they've given Webb time. That time he kind of stepped on. They let the rushers go behind him. Mm-hmm. Logan steps up in the pocket and delivers a strike to Tucker Garza down the middle of the field.
Yeah, very key. You got to keep your quarterback up to make that play and let that play develop like the 2 passing touchdowns that we've seen tonight from the Big Elks have done. And that is a ton of credit to the offensive line, something that we were kind of wondering about coming into the season. We have seen them grow up before our eyes, and they're playing toe-to-toe with this senior-heavy Weatherford team.
Hey, you know what's crazy about that kickoff return touchdown for Scammahorn earlier? He should have never been on the field. If Skinner has his knee pads over his knees,
yeah,
Cy Scammahorn is not on the kickoff return team.
That is wild.
But Skinner had to go off. Scammahorn came on, and he returned it 81 yards for a touchdown.
Oh, man, sports is fun.
So you've got Skinner standing at the 21 on the far side. Derek makes stride near side. And then way back is Flynn. Luna's Alita set a kickoff high, short, near side. Makes stride, takes it at the 23. Looking for some room to run up the middle. He's got a huge hole again. The Elks finally drag him down as Luna makes the tackle at midfield. But gosh, Weatherford's had enormous field position advantage. They've started at the Elk City 47, the Elk City 45, and now midfield, whereas the Elks have started every offensive possession but one at their own 20.
And it's the 3 parts of the game that's so important: offense, defense, and of course special teams. And tonight something's going on with the special teams. What are you seeing, Denny? Is it just
Well, I think somebody didn't do their job on the very first one, so they wanted to try to overcompensate for him not doing his job, because apparently they might be used to it. And so right there, a huge hole opened up right where he ran.
1st and 10 Weatherford at midfield. Chisholm flips it out to Skinner in the flat, and he dropped it. It was a forward pass.
Yep.
It was right down my line.
Well, play to the whistle.
Yeah,
I know.
I know what you're thinking. Like, somebody pick it up. Incomplete 2nd and 10 as the Elks flying there. Catch was.
That's one of those ones that kind of gets you in trouble, because if you go hit them, they throw a flag because they say it was a late hit.
Right.
If you don't hit them, they say it's a live ball.
Yeah, and he was kind of bobbling it anyway, and so the Elks pulled up just in time there. So 2nd and 10 Weatherford. Bruner and Nixon split right. Flynn to the left. In the shotgun is Chisholm. Quick looks out. Nixon's got it at midfield. Good block over there by Bruner. If you count tackling a guy on the corner. Nixon breaks a tackle at the 40 down to the 35. Bruner just grabbed Conley Poole and threw him to the ground. 15-yard gain and a first down for Weatherford on the flip out to C.J. Nixon.
Yeah, they literally just grabbed a hold of us and threw us down. I couldn't see who it was. Was it Bowie? Is that who you said it was?
I think it was Conley.
Conley? Yeah, they just grabbed a hold of him and threw him down instead of blocking him.
Nixon split left, 2 receivers right. That's Scammahorn and Cooper Bryant. In motion comes Scammahorn. Jet sweep, trying to get some room to the near side. The Elks string it out. Colin Church missed him, but there's Catch Gino with the Barbara Dyson Ford tough hit of the game so far as Catch stood him up right at the line of scrimmage. They give him about a half a yard, 2nd and long.
Spreading it out. Big Elks have done really well this year doing that on those jet sweeps like that in pitch plays.
Well, that was Easton Sloan, and I'll tell you what, we were a little nervous, Catch and I, watching film. We talked about he talked about it all week. He's like, I just don't know. And right there, Easton did a great job coming right down the line, staying down the line, and allowed him to turn it back into him.
Flynn and Bruner split right, makes Cry to the near side. Under center is Chisholm. 2nd down and 9. Handoff is to Skinner. Skinner makes a cut at the 25, tries to spin away from Garza. Tucker grabbed him right near the line of scrimmage. Now he's being shoved backwards as there's a bunch of Elks and a bunch of Eagles pushing Skinner backwards. They're going to mark him short of the line to gain at the 25. It'll be 3rd and short.
They let that play go on.
Yeah, they did.
He wasn't even on his feet.
No, I was interested to see where this was going to be spotted.
I think
right when the whistle was blowing, I mean, he's being pulled back another 3 yards from where his forward progress had stopped.
I think he actually had the first down at one point when he first spun away from Tucker.
I'm with you, Denny. I'm surprised they let it go as long as they did. That benefited the Big Elks.
3rd and a yard for Weatherford at the Big Elk 26, under 6 minutes to play before half, 14-7 Elk City. 2 backs in the backfield this time. The pistol formation. Chisholm takes the snap, turns and hands it off to Short. Short is stacked up near the line to gain. Where was the football? I think it's short of the game. I think it's short.
The far sideline official is not moving very much.
So they stack up Short right at the 26, and it's 4th and a yard.
We got another.
Is that Brott that made that tackle? No, it was Colin Church. So 4th down and 1 for Weatherford at the Big Elk 26. The Elks have already stopped the Eagles once on 4th down here this evening. Flynn and Bruner split right. C.J. Nixon alone to the left. 4th and a yard for Weatherford. Under center is going to be Chisholm. He tries the quarterback sneak. He's got a first down. Still on his feet they are letting plays go and go and go and go here tonight. A gain of 4 yards. Actually giving 5 to the 21 and a first down for Weatherford.
And he has a lot of trust in his offensive line because he took that snap and he paused for about a half a second to allow them to engage in the blocks before he actually moved. I mean, he's lucky everybody blocked perfectly, basically. If they don't, he's stopped.
Clock runs with 4:50 to play in the Nicholson Monument second quarter. Weatherford threatening to tie this thing up. It's 14-7 Elks with 4:45 to play on the Ace Home Center scoreboard. Nixon and Bruner will split to the left. Scammahorn alone to the right. Pistol formation. Blackman on the left hip of Chisholm. Snap backs. Chisholm right up the middle. Makes a cut, and he's going to be stacked up. Nice open field tackle that time by Garza at the 15-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing about Stone Chisholm, he likes to start talking a little bit. And when he was a sophomore, he threw a punch to Chase Red and got ejected. Well, didn't get ejected from the game, but he ended up setting for the next half. So if you can keep adding, you never know what might happen. He might not be here much longer if he throws another punch.
Bruner and Nixon left. Jacoby Flynn split to the right for Weatherford. 2nd down and 4 at the Big Elk 15. Pistol formation. Snap back to Chisholm. He's got a hole up the middle. Dives forward. Still on his feet as he breaks a tackle down near the 6, maybe the 7. But it's a first down and goal for the Weatherford Eagles at the Elk City 7-yard line. Gain of 8 there for Chisholm on the quarterback run. There's no secret what they're doing this drive, guys, just running it.
And that's what they've done all year. They basically put the back on one side or the other, and he's going to be a lead blocker. And if they get 2 sniffer backs, then he's going to run behind them or might give it to Blackman running back behind them. But most of the time, especially down here in the end zone, he's running the ball.
278 yards led the Eagles coming into tonight for Stone Chisholm. 1st and goal, Weatherford at the Elk City 7. Snap, handoff to Blackman. Blackman's thrown to the ground in the backfield by Church and chopped down as he's being held by Slade Josie. See, that's where Blackman's moving laterally, but man, that is a scary proposition for him. He stood up and allowing Josie to come in and clean him up from the bottom side there. Man, that's rough. That could be the Barbara Dyson Ford tough hit, though. Slade Josie, Colin Church. A loss of 5 back to the 12. 2nd and goal, Weatherford, as we dip under 3 minutes to play in the first half with the Elks up a score. 14-7.
This half is going faster than our second half last week.
Got 3 receivers split out to the right.
CJ out there with 2 other receivers. They're trying to get him isolated.
Snap. And before the snap, a false start whistled against the Weatherford Eagles. An Anadarko Dozer flag on the field will back them up to the 17. So 2nd and goal, Weatherford at the 17-yard line.
This is very, very interesting. Keep backing them up. You're going to get in that area where Chavez missed the field goal.
It was a 40-yarder last possession.
It's not near there yet, but I mean,
but 35. I mean,
here comes the other quarterback.
So Tyson McSpirit, the quarterback. They normally set up like double slot. Double wing, double slot type formation.
They run jet motion and they run dive.
Short is the running back. In motion goes Scamahorn. Play, and now they're going to hand it to Scamahorn. Scamahorn cuts it back inside, still on his feet. Now he's going to be drugged to the ground as he crosses the 15 down to about the 13. And now we have a flag flies on the far side after the play. No idea. You see anything, Denny?
It looked like one was on top of Catch's back, and he got up pretty strong. That's what I see.
It's going to be a personal foul against the Elks. So they'll mark it half the distance to the goal, back to the 6. It's post-play.
They didn't call the holding. He had a guy holding onto his back, but they're going to call whenever he gets up. He makes the tackle with the guy on his back, gets up strong, and I think that's what they're throwing it on.
Unless he said something on the replay, there was nothing violent about it.
So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the Elk City 6 because that was a dead ball foul.
Correct.
I don't understand that. I mean, the guy just literally didn't see the guy holding on his back, but I don't know. Maybe there was something. There was probably something said.
Yeah. Well, a personal foul though, that would be like actions, not words.
Yeah.
So 3rd and goal for Weatherford at the Big Elk 6. Snap back to Chisholm. Chisholm up the middle. He's going to be submarine down and down around the 5-yard line, maybe to the 3. 4th down and goal, Weatherford at the Big Elk 3.
Okay, so I'm going to quit blaming my kid. It wasn't those two. It was off back over behind him.
Okay. Yeah, there was some blocking going on past the play.
Yeah.
So 4th and goal, Weatherford at the Big Elk 3 with 1:35 to play in the first half. The Elks lead 14-7. The Eagles think they're going to run the play clock down and take a timeout here. They've got all 3 at their disposal. They're just kind of standing around in a huddle.
I mean, at some point you got to use 88, right? I mean, you're 5 yards from the 5 yards from the goal. Do you not just throw one up and say, "Hey, go dunk it"? You know, I mean, the guy can jump. I've watched him dunk since he was an 8th grader.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, yes, to your point, I'm thinking of how Clinton tied it up with the
pick
six
or pick.
Well, no, it was the tight end.
The tight end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that wouldn't surprise me.
If they're watching film, they're thinking, let's do that.
Wonder if they, this could be like that Tim Tebow jump pass because they've had such great success with the quarterback run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just sneak somebody out in the middle of the end zone.
Well, and your linebackers have to come downhill fast because if not, he's going to get 5.
Important play here. 4th down and goal for Weatherford at the Big Elk 3. The Elks out on top 14-7. 2 Tucker Garza touchdown catches, one of 61, one of 39. Weatherford's lone scorer was on the ensuing kickoff after the first Elk City touchdown. Cy Scamahorn took it 81 yards on the kickoff return touchdown.
They're putting him out here by himself, so let's see if we bring some help over here.
Nixon split out to the near side, which is the wide side of the field.
We better get something.
4th and goal, Weatherford at the Big Elk 3. Under center is Stone Chisholm.
Timeout.
Short is the running back, and now the Elks are going to call a WTC timeout after they see the formation that the Weatherford Eagles deploy.
That's smart.
Well, and like I said, we really don't have much to put over here with him that can jump or is even as close as his height.
No, that guy's got a broken collarbone.
Yep. I would take Reese, too.
Yeah. He's standing down there in shorts.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I would take Eastham. I mean, there's a bunch of them over here I'd take. They got a little extra height, a little extra springs in their legs.
You wonder if he may take a step out for a fade and sneak underneath, almost block you out.
Well, if we're only got one guy on him, it's not going to matter.
No.
He can go deep, he can go outside, he can go inside, and he's bigger and more athletic. You just better hope that you hit him hard enough that he doesn't catch it.
It's a WTC timeout. Thinking of Kathy Corning and Sarah Hirschman. Western Technology Centers are educating people for success with campuses in Burns Flat, Hobart, Sayre, Weatherford, and Elk City.
And so what they're going to do is as soon as we slide another person out to help, they're going to throw it to, like you said, the tight end that should be covered up with somebody else.
So it's 4th and goal. Weatherford at the Big Elk 3. Short is the running back. Behind Chisholm sends in motion Scammahorn. It's going to be a play-action pass. He's chased. He fires it wide open on the far sideline. He dropped it. It's a drop wide open touchdown. It's dropped. Was that 6?
Yes.
Rother?
Yes.
Rother drops a sure touchdown for Weatherford, and the Elks get another Brad O'Hara defensive stop. Great play call by the Weatherford Eagles. They had the Elks fooled. Everything was executed except for snagging the pass. Mark that one.
Wow.
As a possible huge turning point.
I just want to make a point here. Who is their best receiver?
88. Now, Cole came running over here.
I get that. And what kid do we put on him?
Yeah.
Somebody that is very sound, that didn't play early, didn't play a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with
He's
Conley
done a
Poole.
great job. And there's a lot of faith in that kid right now.
The Elks hand it off to Jaden Wynn. He crosses the 5 out to about, the 7-yard line? Gain of about 4 there for the Elks. Clock runs with 50 seconds to play in the first half. The Elks with the lead, 14-7, trying to get this thing to halftime. Weatherford does have 2 WTC timeouts left at their disposal.
If you notice, Cole, they're manned up on Cole Bowie, and he's just running them off. Which is good or bad, but at some point, what are they going to do? See, they got another guy going over top, too.
Snap, Webb, quarterback sneak.
They weren't set.
The Elks flag flies. Illegal motion. Now, this is an interesting choice here for Weatherford, though. He gained about 3 yards to the 9. It would be 3rd and about 5 if they decline the penalty. If they take it, then the Elks have 2 more downs still to waste some time. Weatherford's going to take the penalty. The Elks don't need to snap this football.
I wouldn't.
The play clock's at 20. The game clock's at 21. Now all the Elk City coaching staff holding up their hands toward Logan Webb saying, just let it go. I think what will happen here, there's a 3-second differential between play clock and game clock. The Elks are liable to take a timeout, their final WTC timeout, kneel it, and that'll be the end of the first half, right? And that's exactly what happens. Coach Maynard calls his final WTC timeout at the half with 3.4 seconds left to play on the first half clock. So that's where if you're Weatherford, you almost don't if you want the ball back, you don't take that penalty.
Well, and I'm just sitting here thinking, why not take the penalty and make them punt out of your end zone?
Yeah, that's what. If you don't take the penalty, here's what happened: the clock doesn't start again. Or you can take
it would still start,
but you can take a timeout though.
You have 2 timeouts. So.
Yeah, you can take a timeout and it's 3rd down, and you still have the timeout in your pocket. And there was 30 seconds left.
There was
ton of time.
40s, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was
enough that you have to snap it, right?
Yeah, you'd have to snap it twice.
After the first snap, there was 40-something seconds. Because I looked up there and there was 43. So there was plenty of time.
So now the Elks will snap it. 2nd down and about 10 from their own 4. They're just going to hit a knee. Make sure you hit that knee this side of the goal line.
Be aware of where you're at.
And that will be the final play of the Nicholson Monument second quarter. Fun first half as the Elk City Elks lead the Weatherford Eagles 14-7. Before we take our first time out and come back for the American Hose and Supply halftime show, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID.
You're listening to Big Elk Sports on 94.3 KXOO Elk City. Cool 94.
Welcome back to Big Elk Stadium. We're at halftime, 14-7. The Brown and White lead the Weatherford Eagles. Come back with our American Hose and Supply halftime show. The gas stats. We'll have the gas text line. We'll have the Shannon's Custom Paint and Body scores from around the state. Fun first half here at Big Elk Stadium. The Elks up a touchdown. It's the Baco Western Oklahoma's presentation of Elk City football.
At Bank of Western Oklahoma, we know what it takes to keep your farm running smoothly. Our experienced lenders understand agriculture and offer competitive loans for real estate, livestock, equipment, and more. We are locally owned and invested in our communities, making decisions that benefit you quickly. Bank of Western Oklahoma, the bank that works as hard as you do. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
From dozer work to hauling dirt and gravel, Anadarko Dozer and Trucking gets the job done. We don't take shortcuts, and we don't back down from a challenge. With a team that digs in deep and delivers results, we handle the toughest projects with grit and determination. When you need it done right, call Anadarko Dozer and Trucking. We move mountains to make it happen.
Hi, my name is Brad O'Hara. My wife Tony and our family live in western Oklahoma, just as the 4 generations of family have before us. We definitely understand the ups and downs of our economy and the way it affects us all. At Brad O'Hara Insurance, we are here to get you the biggest bang for your buck. We have multiple coverage options available and very competitive rates for youthful drivers. Problems with your driving history? Having trouble getting coverage? I'm betting we can help. Give us a call at 225-4040 and let us help. We're on your side.
If you don't have motor oils or filters, your equipment's not going to run. If you got something broke, you need a bolt for it. You got to have that stuff. You got to have your greases to keep everything running good. Camrock is the name of the company. We've got what you need for your agriculture or oil field industry, whatever you need.
Your farmer need a hose built. You can come in, we'll build it. Oil field customer will come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. American Hose and Supply in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
It's 2111 South Main, Elk City.
At Shannon's Custom Paint and Body, we take pride in our local community and have faithfully served Oklahoma and Texas over the last 30 years. Our vehicles play an important role in our lives, commuting to work, our kids' sporting events, visiting family, vacations, etc. Our mission is to repair your vehicle honestly and efficiently, meeting or surpassing our customers' expectations, getting your vehicle back to pre-accident condition or better. We want to serve you as our Savior Jesus Christ would. In Matthew 11:28 and 30, Jesus says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." We hope to offer our customers the same relief in times of need.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Fun's now $1.99 at Sonic with creamy queso wraps and more. Take that, they. The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. You know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Open any Endurance Federal Credit Union premium checking account and enjoy these benefits. Refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide, no monthly service fees, and no minimum balance needed to earn rewards. You'll also receive the exclusive Elk City Elks debit card. Stop by 105 Regional Drive next to Walmart in Elk City. Endurance Federal Credit Union is insured by NCUA, an equal housing lender.
From the classroom to the field, Elk City High School students are igniting sparks of brilliance, fueling the fire of progress in every endeavor they pursue. Whether it's breaking records in the academics or dominating the field, these students are the driving force behind Elk City's dynamic spirit. GAS is fully committed to supporting and fostering the spirit of innovation, because in Elk City, it's not just about moving forward, it's about racing ahead. That's why we're...
Welcome back to Big Elk TV. It's Elk City Elks taking on the Weatherford Eagles at the half. Elk City leading at 14-7. It is Big Elk TV on Cool 94. Big thank you to the Bank of Western Oklahoma, our presenting sponsor. Also thank you to American Hose and Supply, our halftime sponsor. And thank you to Brock Kalk, helping you get back to work. Big Elk's looking good in this what's turned into a defensive battle, although I say it like that. We've had some pretty electric offensive plays from both sides and on special teams, where that's where the one touchdown came from the the Weatherford Eagles on a kickoff return. Elk City Elks, my key to the game is getting thrown out the window as far as running the football, which they've done successfully tonight. But their 2 touchdowns will come by way of the air, by way of the pass from Logan Webb, who's thrown a nice ball so far tonight. And good defense, too, on the Elk City side. And that's where we have it, 14-7. Let's check out on your gas stats. Thank you to Gas and the Williamson family. All gas and no breaks. We'll start with the Elk City side of the ledger. They've obtained 5 first downs tonight, rushed it 17 times for 32 yards. But it's kind of like the game, I can't remember what game it was, but I called them meaningful yards. So they're earned, and they are coming by very tough to get. But they're making them count. Passing it, 3 of 4 through the air for 101 yards. Big chunk plays for Logan Webb, who has 2 touchdown passes, 133 total yards of offense so far. Weatherford, 5 first downs, have rushed it 19 times for 57 yards, have thrown it 10 times, connected on 3 of them for just 10 yards, and that defense is stepping up for Elk City, just holding them under 100 yards at 67 total yards. Neither team has turned it over tonight. They played it clean, and that's really, in my opinion, a fast first half, as we're barely into 8 o'clock, as both teams are content with running the football to set up the pass, is how I would call it. 14-7. Oh, let's look at some individual stats. I'm going to do my best since I'm not used to this iPad. Here we go. Elk City rushing it. Tucker Garza 5 times for 32 yards. Castino's carried it 3 times tonight for just 4 yards, kind of throwing an extra wrinkle at Weatherford with that one. Jaden Wynn, 2 carries for 3 yards. Miller's carried it 4 times for a tough 2 yards. And Webb had, well, we're going to call him 3 carries for -9. He's got sacked in one of those. Passing it, Logan's looked good, in my opinion. 3 of 4 through the air, 101 yards so far with 2 touchdowns. Catching them for him was Tucker Garza, 2 catches, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cole Bowie, 1 catch for 3 yards. And I imagine Cole's going to have a really big second half if I'm predicting anything. Halftime score, Elk City 14, Weatherford 7. Thank you again to Gas, our halftime stats sponsor. Also thank American Hose and Supply, our halftime show sponsor. Aaron, looking good so far.
Yeah, this is kind of looking over that. 67 total yards for Weatherford. Man, you know, they are obviously helped out or maybe hurt a little bit because their touchdown was scored on special teams, you know, so that doesn't go into their offensive stats. But I think if you're the Elk City Elks coaches, considering what you gave up in field position in that first half, started the first drive from the 47, then the 45, then midfield, not putting any offensive points on the board against your defense. I think if you're the Elks, you feel really, really good about that. And now hopefully you can come out here in the kickoff, get another stop, maybe create better field position for your offense and see if you can't really try to take control of this thing in the third quarter.
Defensively, I've said it in that first half, and I'm going to say it again, I'm very impressed with the bend, don't break defense. Twice they've turned the Eagles away after giving up long drives. You got the missed field goal the first time, and then the dropped pass in the end zone. Sometimes you need a little luck. You know, sometimes you just need that little luck. But I'll take it because it didn't put any points on the other side of the scoreboard. But the point is that the Elk City Elks, they're not panicking when they're given, you know, if there's that personal foul and that one drive at the end of the first quarter, going into the second quarter, led to that missed field goal. And, you know, and then the other personal foul, whatever happened over there, kind of kept that drive alive and allowed Weatherford to think about going on fourth down, and they did. A lot of teams will kind of panic in those situations. Not the Elk City Elks tonight. They've played some great defense. Bend, don't break defense.
Yeah, when I was out of the box there for a little bit, question was asked, why wasn't that a first down on that second personal foul on the Elks? Well, it's not that way in high school football. You know, in any other college or pro, defense commits a penalty like that, it's an automatic first down, and it would have been first and, you know, whatever, 6 for Weatherford inside the Big Elks 10-yard line. You have to get the yardage in order to gain the first down. See what I'm saying? So even so, like if it's 2nd and 20, like on the 2nd and 25 play or 2nd and 21 play, right, where Weatherford was able to get when the first face mask happened. if they'd have face masked at the line of scrimmage, it would have still been a 15-yard penalty, but it would have been 2nd and 6 because they didn't. The penalty yardage doesn't get you past the sticks. So I had that question while I was out, and try to kind of hash that out for everybody listening. If you're wondering, because everyone's so accustomed to seeing automatic first down when it's a defensive penalty. It's just a little bit different rules here in the high school game versus what you see on Saturdays and on Sundays.
There will be a quiz on that later.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on with the American Hose and Supply halftime show. We'll have the gas text line, 580-225-9698. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you're doing. And then, of course, Shannon's Custom Paint and Body scores from around the state as well. Right here at Big Elk Stadium at halftime, the Elk City Elks lead the Weatherford Eagles 14-7. Spank Western.
Derek Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Okay, and this is auto again, right?
Auto! Hey, this is my living room. Home!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Call State Farm agent Daniel Garbarino in Elk City today.
It's an evening like any other evening. Kids are being kids. Work is being work. But none of this bothers you because the air feels so good at home.
Four Seasons Heating and Air, now headquartered in Elk City. They're your carrier dealer, servicing all brands. Call Wyatt or Tom at 580-225-6518 or stop by 317 North Van Buren in Elk City.
Looking for the perfect grill? Find yours at Ace, because at Ace, the perfect grill comes with free assembly, delivery, and fuel, like the Weber Gas Grill, Big Green Egg Charcoal Grill, Traeger Wood Pellet Grill, and Blackstone Gas Griddle. You won't find all these premium brands and service at a warehouse store, only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Owners George and Jim Bob Browning invite you to visit the locally owned Ace Home Centers nearest you, or shop online at elksupply.com.
Are headaches, migraines, or dizziness interrupting your life?
Are you an expectant mother or have young children in need of specialized care?
At the Chiropractic Co., we have solutions for you. I'm Dr. Brooks, and I specialize in upper cervical care to treat whiplash, post-concussive syndromes, and complex neurological conditions.
And I'm Dr. Michaela, and I offer gentle, effective care for babies, mamas, and young kids. Come find relief and support for your whole family at the Chiropractic Co.
Just call us today at 580-339-8078 or visit thechiropractic.co.
So you want to create your future? Discover a path worth traveling down? Find a career to get excited about? For decades, Western Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Western Tech.
There have been times when the folks at RE/MAX may have actually lost business because of their honesty. Real estate's a pretty competitive field, but RE/MAX won't throw elbows or fudge the truth. Sounds pretty simple, but they were raised to be nice people. That's helped them buy and sell a lot of property for customers. Of course, it also helps that RE/MAX is the #1 most recognized real estate brand in the world. RE/MAX All-American Realty in Elk City. Take a look at their Facebook page. Sometimes nice guys do finish first.
Great Plains Analytical Services salutes all of the young men and women in the Elk City school system, and they urge each of them to apply the philosophy of all gas, no brakes to their academic studies, their fine arts performances, and their athletic contests, and hopes they carry this right on into their adult lives. Gas also sincerely thanks Elk City school board members for their service and the teachers, coaches, and administrators for their leadership. Let's all work together to make Elk City and America great again.
Welcome back here to Big Elk Stadium. Still halftime. The Elk City Elks lead the Weatherford Eagles 14-7 on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. It's the American Hose and Supply halftime show. Thank you to Brock Kalk at American Hose and Supply, helping you get back to work. Time for the Shannon's Custom Paint and Body scores from around the state. Jared Atho, what you got over there? And then I can pull up mine and help you with whatever you need.
I got them all pulled up.
Okay.
If there's others, go ahead and jump on it. I'll start in 4A, and I'll start in our district. I said the opener, we don't want to look at other scores, but this is an interesting one because it has implications in what we're doing here. Clinton is leading Cache at half, but it's only by 3, 13-10 over in Clinton. So Cache is kind of just playing for pride. I'm going to bet you that's their Super Bowl at this point. And Clinton's struggling right now. We'll keep an eye on that one for obvious reasons. Elsewhere in the district, it's all Elgin over Douglas as expected, 42-0. That one is at half. Over in Woodward, Bridge Creek is leading Woodward 16-8. They're refusing to kick extra points apparently up in Woodward. We'll see if a safety comes in that game. And other scores in 4A, there's some interesting ones, like Podo at Salisal, 0-0 in the third quarter. And there's one more. Well, the big one is Tuttle taking on Blanchard. And Tuttle is leading that one 14-0 at half.
We got Ada 28, Broken Bow 20 in the second quarter.
Yeah, never count out the Cougars,
and then
right?
this one was one we talked about on the show, and it is all Wagner, 27-0 over Grove. That was the battle for the top spot in District 3.
Are the War Dogs from Miami for real? Well, right now they're beating Cushing at half 14-6. And Bethany all over Ardmore in that 4A2 game, 28-3.
So that pretty well secures Bethany in the third spot of District 2, which means whoever ends up second in District 1 will host.
So
Bethany. That's something to look ahead to,
yes.
Depending on how this one turns out. If the Eagles of Weatherford come back, then they're going to have a pretty good sense that they're going to host Bethany as the second-place team. But if the Elks hold on to this 7-point advantage and then things play the way they could, and then that could mean the Broncos coming this way later on if everybody handles their business outside of tonight. So that's an interesting one there, one that we had kind of pegged to watch for there in District 2.
Let's go over to Class A, just down the road. It's number 1 Hooker visiting Beckham County. They're in Merritt right now, and they are whipping up on the Oilers, 47-0. That one is at the half. Elsewhere, Hinton is getting beat by Fairview. Fairview looking to bounce back from their loss last week. They lead at 21-6. That says it's in the second quarter. I bet that's at half. Crescent 12, Watonga 0. Sayre is losing to Cashin, but only by a touchdown, 7-0 late in the second quarter. Elsewhere, we got Minco 26, Hobart 8. That one, I believe at the second quarter or just went to half. Still in the second quarter. And I'm looking. I think that's all. Well, why can't I find Mangum?
They're in 2.
That's why.
Yeah, A2. No, A2.
A2.
Yeah,
See,
A2.
This dang new
I know.
split, whatever. Mangum 34. This was going to be, we got a lot of good matchups. Mangum 34, Texoma 8. That's a top 10 matchup in that class, whatever class it is. That's in the late in the second quarter. Thomas 18, Southwest Covenant 7 at half. All Carnegie over Cordell 49-0 late in the second quarter in that one. And going down to Class C, Corn Bible Academy, Mountain View Godebo are playing tonight. Mountain View Godebo beating Corn Bible 20-14 late in the second quarter.
Coach is coming out of the locker room. We'll also get to that gas text line. Enough of the scores, Jared. Everybody's getting antsy on the gas text line. Here's Coach Maynard with Denny.
Coach, great first half. They just had one busted play, and they took it 80. But other than that, kids are playing great. Anything that they've done that you weren't expecting?
No, we can't put our defense on the 50-yard line consistently here in the second half. They're going to make some plays. They're a good football team. It's a huge rivalry. They got some great players, great athletes. But really right now our kids are playing their tails off, and we're getting after it and executing at a high level. So it's been a lot of fun. Hopefully we can keep that up in the second half.
Does it help much on your schemes, what you're doing on defense with Nick Jeck not being out there?
I think kick return and shoulder, they got plenty of guys who can go. Jet's a really good player, but 22 can go, and obviously 1 can go. So, no, it hadn't changed what we were going to do.
Okay. Coach, appreciate it. Good luck.
That is head coach Zach Maynard on the Chiropractic Co. sideline. This is Brooks and Michaela Robertson, Paisley Ann as well, the Chiropractic Co. keeping your spine in line. All right, let's get to the gas text line. We've seen 22 out here making some plays tonight. Another 22 is watching from over in Arkansas. That's Cooper Garbarino hanging out watching the Big Elks tonight. Michael and Cale Ross watching from Elk City. Jenna, Waylon, Willamay smashed her finger apparently, but they're screaming "Go Big Elks." Garage Gang is at Little Anna's. Curtis Hutchison, he's got Ryan and Colin listening in the back seats. "Go Big Elks." And then also J-Mac and Possum also listening. What do you got over there on the gas text line?
Lane and Alyssa Hargrove from North Carolina go number 22. Also, Let's Go Big Elks watching from New Mexico, Ethan Collier. Senora Simon and family watching from their home. Go Cole and the rest of the Big Elks. Grandpa Johnson tuning in from Gaylord, Michigan. Field looks incredible. I agree.
Yeah,
Go Elks. Totally agree with that. The Reeds from the house. Go Big Elks. We got Rob and Pam. They're watching from New York City, Times Square. Now we'll have to confirm, are we on the big screen at Times Square?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It says Go Big Elks. That's very cool. Charlie and son Nathan Blacksher watching from Elk City. Go Big Elks. And now Dylan in the garage with Cassie Joe, and now Danny D. Is that right?
Yeah.
Danny D. Very good.
That's our friend Dylan.
That is our friend Dylan.
Also, we got Pebs, Jonathan Pebley. He's watching Cindy Newton, Jerry Hemingway, Junior Lane, Rocky Andreessen. He's got a boomer and Go Big Elks. Speaking of Rocky, his grandson Ryder Cowan was awesome this week up at Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club. David Droke.
Number 1 OU, right?
Yeah, number 1. Tana Smith-Feldman, Brady Butcher. You got Ronnie Weems, Becky Sue Stom, Kelby Laurent says Go Big Elks. Dr. Bank used to be on the sidelines back when I was in high school. That's telling both of our ages, unfortunately, there, Doc. Warren Sanders and Terrius Harden. And then I got a text from my wife.
Bring milk home?
No, she's in the stands watching. Let's Go Big Elks there on the gas text line. 225-9698. Funneling in. Riley and Holden.
Jeremiah Jackson came over. He told me I need to keep it down a little bit over here.
The Metters from Indianapolis.
Yeah, congratulations to Jill Metter. She's getting a huge FFA scholarship thing up in Indianapolis.
That's big time.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Jill. And great work on the grill last night, by the way. Our church, First Baptist Church here in Elk City, fed the football team last night. And Brent and Mr. Weatherly, Coach Weatherly, dominated the Blackstone.
Oh, they did the flat grill. I like
did.
That.
They flat grilled it.
Was it like grilled onions? And
No.
Hey, you missed one that we usually hear in Washington, but they're sitting in the stands now because they came down.
Gabe and Janessa Webb?
Yep. Janice.
Gabe and Janice?
Yep.
They're in the house.
Yep, they're here. So we traded the Hargrove.
Yeah, that's right.
For the Webbs.
Alyssa and Lane left, and now, the Webbs are here. I already said Garage Gang and Cousin Lana. Not listening, but there's another one. Garage Gang at Little Lana's. All right, we're just about ready to go here. That ends the American Hose and Supply halftime show. Appreciate Brock Kalk and the gang at American Hose and Supply helping you get back to work. Of course, the Williamson family at Gas for the stats and the text line, and Shannon's Custom Paint and Body for those scores from around the state here. It's 14-7. The Elk City Elks take a 7-point lead into the third quarter, and you're going to have the Elks kicking off as Weatherford won that SWOTA coin toss. And they elected to defer their option to the second half. So the Elks will be kicking. Really, any wind to speak of down there, Denny? I mean, it was pretty windy out of the north throughout most of the day, but the flag's not doing much.
No, it's just a light breeze. Just enough to kind of just give you a little chill. It feels pretty good right here.
Weatherford believes the Elks will be kicking right to left, which is south to north, which would make sense to me if the Elks want the wind in the fourth quarter. And it's not one that really affects a whole bunch of things. So,
oh no, look at these flags in the south end zone.
We need to get good field position. good field position right here. Maybe make a ball bounce. Scammahorn's not out here. I texted his dad, told him keep him off the field on the kickoff return.
He wasn't supposed to be out there. That's the crazy part. Weatherford's touchdown was scored by a guy that's not on the kickoff return team. But Skinner had to go off because his knee pads weren't below his knees. Scammahorn comes out and scores an 81-yard touchdown. Crazy. Ready to go with the second half. The Elks are indeed going to be kicking right to left on your radio dial, which is south to north, which is into this slight northerly breeze at Big Elk Stadium. Braulio Luna has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Flynn standing back at about the 9. Skinner at the 21 near side. I think that's Makeskry at the 20 on the far side. And it's going to be an onside kick. Ball bounces. It's loose, and a great play by Reno Hammonds. Reno Hammonds dives on the football for Weatherford at the Elk City 49. Surprise onside, didn't work. And Weatherford's got great field position again. The fourth time they had started at midfield or in Big Elk territory here tonight.
Well, I was sitting there thinking, an onside might not be bad right here because twice you've had one returned and you've had great field position. So,
yeah, touchdown in the 47.
The way that thing was bouncing, I don't know how he fell on it.
Great job by Hammonds. 1st and 10, Weatherford to the Big Elk 49. First play of the third quarter. Two-back set. Chisholm takes the snap. He's going to run a delay, kind of a counter. Jackson Blackman's first carry, and he's got room to run over left tackle. Crosses the 40 to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of about 11 and a first down on the first play for Weatherford. First time we've seen Jackson Blackman carry it, and first time we've seen that kind of counter delay play for Weatherford as well.
And he ran into a brick wall wearing green gloves, and Tucker Garza. He got the first down, but Tucker made him pay for it. That's a heck of a stick.
Still looking for the Barbara Dyson Ford tough hit. Probably mark that one. Culver Electric electrifying in the McDonald's player of the game. Two receivers right, Nixon to the left. Snap back. Handoff is going to be to Skinner. Skinner over right tackle, spins in the middle of the field, and now he's still getting away, being helped down the field by Raji. The Elks had him hemmed up at the 30. Instead, Cashin Skinner crosses the 25 to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 15, so 2 runs, and Weatherford's gone from the Big Elk 49 down to the Big Elk 23 here to start the third quarter.
The only thing that they haven't really shown is 2 back beside each other like what they've done a couple times. It's usually like this right here. So this is a little different look than they've had in the past.
1st and 10, Weatherford, handoff to Blackman, cuts it up the middle. Catch Gino there to make the play right near the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him just right on the 20. A gain of 3 on first down on the run from Blackman, tackled by Gino at that linebacker spot for the Elks. Minute 15 off the third quarter clock. Weatherford threatening again, trailing the Elks 14-7. They missed a field goal and were stopped on 4th and goal from the 3 at the end of the first half. Nixon splits left along with Bruner. Flynn to the right. In motion comes Bruner. They fake it to him. Quarterback run over left tackle. And nice play there by Gino again. His catch stood up Stone Chisholm after he gained about a yard to the 19.
That's a set that they've ran when they run that jet motion away from the back. When we're sitting there watching film and they're 100% quarterback run opposite. Now, if the back was sitting the opposite side, it's like 100% to give.
They mark him just past the 19, down to the 18. So give him 2. It's 3rd down and 6 for Weatherford at the Big Elk 18. Same formation, 2 left, 1 right. Skinner, the running back. In motion now comes Bruner. Snap back, pass to Chisholm. Pump fakes, throws it. Garza's there. It's over his hands, incomplete.
Oh, they throw a flag on who?
You've got an official right next to the play not throwing a flag, and then a guy in the middle of the field fires it. The official right next to the play declines to throw an Anadarko Dozer flag. The umpire, 40 yards from the play, fires a flag, and he calls pass interference on the Elks. The ball was absolutely uncatchable. He threw it.
I don't see where the interference was unless he didn't like the face guarding.
No, that's what I'm wondering. It's like, no, he's talking to Tucker. There's no way that's on Tucker.
Garza never touched anybody. Pass interference against the Elks. Huge call in Weatherford's favor there. Instead of 4th down and 7, it's 1st and goal for the Eagles just inside the 10. The official right next to the play doesn't throw the flag. The guy 50 yards away does.
I know the official on this sideline just kept it in his pocket because it was It wasn't a pass interference.
Counter play to Blackman right up the middle, and he's going to dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Weatherford. Gifted a touchdown with the pass interference call.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. The guy that doesn't have that responsibility throws a flag on it. I don't understand what he's doing.
Blackman in from 9 yards, and Weatherford's an extra point away from tying this thing at 14. They march it 50 yards in about 2.5 minutes. Helped out by a pass interference flag on 3rd and long. McSpirit is the holder. He's kind of the second quarterback. Snap down, hold is good, the kick is up, and it's right down the middle, and Weatherford ties this thing at 14 as Yahir Chavez splits the uprights. First time we've seen that play on that kind of delay counter, and it worked twice for Weatherford. Blackman carrying it both times, 1 for 11 and then 1 for 9 there with a touchdown.
Yeah, just gets that flow going one way, and he just allows that to happen before he cuts it back up.
Coach Maynard out there asking the back judge why he's throwing flags. He just kind of shakes his head as Harmon Ray explains what happened. And
I'm really at a loss for words. I watched the replay twice. I don't see anything. There's no tugging. There's nothing. No contact. Malicious contact. Nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing. I don't get it.
The only thing I wondered was the face guarding.
But that's not a rule anymore.
Okay.
There's no face guarding.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you don't have to turn and look anymore.
Okay, so then that answers that.
Yeah, like I said,
I mean, the evidence is right here on the film, but
yeah, when you're sitting there watching the replay and there's nothing there, and I watched it live, I don't get it. I don't understand why you make a call up. So
well, the Elks are going to have to get past that.
Yeah, I don't know.
14 apiece.
It's frustrating in a big game like this.
Crisp to kick left to right. Every time he's kicked toward the south end zone, he's planted it right into the brown paint and forcing a touchback. Crisp low this time, lines it right at Garza at the 5. Tucker's got a chance at a return. He's got the 20, tries to break it to the outside, cuts it back inside, runs over a man at the 25 down to about the 27-yard line. That's where the Elks will take over. First time they haven't taken over at their own 20 after a kick here tonight. An extra 7 yards at the 27.
Such a line drive, fast rocket of a kick. I was hoping for him to outkick his coverage, allow Tucker to get some momentum going here.
Actually give him the 28. So 1st and 10 Elks at their own 28. We've got 9.5 to play in the third quarter. Weatherford scored a touchdown on the opening possession of the third quarter to tie this thing at 14 on the Ace Home Center scoreboard. The Elks will come out in the wishbone set with Slade Josie, the receiver, split to the right. Now tight end setting up on the left is going to be Church. It's going to be an option play. Cutting it up the middle is going to be Webb. Diving across the 30. He's down. Did he fumble it? Weatherford says they have it. The official on the far sideline coming in, he was pointing at the ground. They're going to discuss it. The white hat shaking his head, and he's backing up, and it's going to be a fumble against the Elks. A turnover. Weatherford's got it at the 30-yard line.
I think he went back there and asked the back judge what he thought. So he said it's a turnover.
So a horrible start to the third quarter if you're the brown and white, giving up a touchdown on defense and now fumbling it at your own 30. Weatherford with a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. Game tied 14 apiece with 9:22 to play in the third.
Very unfortunate. You're asking your defense to go back out there. They got to keep it level, keep it even kill between the ears here.
Two backs. Blackman on the right hip. Skinner behind Chisholm. It's going to be that handoff to Blackman. The Elks do a better job this time, hemming it in. They even missed a tackle. Armendariz and Brott were back there, but they knocked Blackman down, a loss of about a half a yard there on first down for Weatherford.
Yeah, going to the well a little bit too much. One too many times. Elk City's figuring that play out.
Flynn splits right. Nixon sets up in the spot. Actually, that's that again. Quad set to the left.
Tugger.
Chisholm flips it out to Skinner. Skinner makes a move to the outside, dancing, and now he's going to be hit hard with a loss again. So 2 plays, and Weatherford's gone back a couple of yards. Gino's there. Brott was there. whole herd of Elks were there on that play.
Was that almost a backwards pass?
It was pretty close.
I'm just sitting here thinking they're fixing to throw a double pass off of that.
I was wondering if he was going to do that too.
It was pretty close.
Take note of that.
A loss of 2 for Weatherford back to the Elk City 32, and they've got it 3rd and 12 from there with 8:19 to go in the third, clock running, and a tie game at 14. Flynn and Bryant split right, Nixon left. Pistol formation, play action pass. Chisholm throws it toward Nixon on the far side. He goes up, and he has got it. It's in the end zone, and it's a touchdown for C.J. Nixon, 32 yards out. Touchdown Nixon, and Weatherford's got the lead for the first time tonight. Threw it over the top of both Conley Poole and Tucker Garza for the touchdown, and Weatherford has scored 2 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter to take their first lead tonight.
Poole was trying to wrestle that away, or maybe let the officials try to think about maybe that was
Well, it's kind of tough when there was a pass interference down here last time and you got too close and they call it pass interference. So, and we actually have pictures of our guy that was getting held by the other team. So,
snap back, hold down, kick is up, almost blocked in the middle there by Church, but it's up and good, and Weatherford takes the lead 21-14 over the Elks with 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter on that Ace Home Center scoreboard.
He's just a different animal, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, he's 6'6". Okay, Conley Poole, like I said, Conley Poole's going to be by the book. He's going to give you everything he's got, but he's 5'8", maybe.
The Elks have to counter here.
And Tucker wasn't far off, but he was just a step behind.
First, it was the second catch. The first one down the field, right? He had kind of a screen thrown to him, and then that one. Things have completely changed in the third quarter, boys. Weatherford leads 21-14, 8 minutes to play in the third, and Crisp to kick for the Eagles. Crisp to kick. Hit a line drive last time that was returnable. Every other kick left to right downwind here has gone into the end zone. Weatherford offside. No flag flies. And it goes in the end zone for a touchback. So the Elks will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. All of a sudden down a score. It's 21-14 Weatherford. 4 minutes gone by here in the third quarter.
This game is like a lot has happened in spurts.
First time we've seen in motion Garza. He's got the jet sweep handoff, trying to break a tackle at the 20. Does. Still kind of stutter steps out to the outside. Dives forward to about the 25-yard line. A gain of 5. Bruner and Scamahorn there to make the play for Weatherford.
Cole Bowie with a great block on the edge that just frees the extra 5 yards. Staying hooked up, blocking to the whistle.
Coach is pointing at something.
The
tee is still out there.
Yeah, the kicking tee is at the 40 for when nobody went and got it for Weatherford. So they reset the play clock, and the Elks will have 2nd down and 5 from their own 25-yard line. Wishbone formation. Webb under center. Turn hands it off to win. Jaden hitting the backfield. Spins forward for a yard to the 26. I think it was C.J. Nixon that time in there to make the play for Weatherford. That's a huge play here, boys. 3rd and 4. The Elks have surrendered all momentum to Weatherford.
Jaden Wynn came off limping off the sidelines. Looks like that ankle's bothering him again.
3rd down and 4 for the Elks at their own 26-yard line in desperate need of a Remax first down. That's Josie splits right. Flexbone formation. Under center is Webb. In motion goes Garza. The Elks are going to have to call a WTC timeout.
Looked like everybody knew the play, but Logan, and now
Logan and Cole need to be separated.
WTC timeout was granted to the Elks before a flag was flown. First charge WTC timeout of the half. That's one you may need later on. With 6:38 to play in the third quarter, 21-14. Weatherford scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter's first 4 minutes to wrestle that halftime lead away from the Elks. Thank you to Kathy Corning and Sarah Hirschman at WTC, educating people for success. Campuses in Burns Flat, Hobart, Sayre, Weatherford, and Elk City.
Well, whatever it was, we all need to be on the same page right here because this is a big down. We need to be able to go get this first down and keep the ball moving.
One nothing Dodgers over Yankees in the 6th.
You need to take a bunch more.
Still 13-10 Clinton over Cash. They've started the third quarter as well. Next week opponent Bridge Creek leading Woodward 16-14.
Oh, wow. All right, coming out of the WTC timeout, it's 3rd down and 4 for the Elks at their own 26. Webb back to pass, has some time, throws it over the middle. Garza's got it, and he climbs the ladder at the 45-yard line, spins forward to the 47, and it's another RE/MAX All-American Realty first down as Webb getting up slowly in the backfield. You can hear the Elk City coaching staff yelling, "Where's the flag?"
He got nailed by
Nixon. Smoked him. He got it out of there just in time. Great catch by Garza and a RE/MAX first down. The Elks needed 4, and instead they get it all the way, a 22-yard gain out to the 48.
That was a great ball under pressure, but that's a pretty big hit after the throw.
Handoff to Miller. Nate trips over the midfield stripe, ahead for about 5. From the Elk City 48 to the 47 of Weatherford. Yeah, Webb still feeling that hit as he's grabbing kind of toward his left ribs. The Elks cross midfield and have a second down and about 5 at the Weatherford 47. Dipping under the halfway point of the third quarter, the Eagles lead the Elks 21-14. The Elks break the bone. Snap, handoff. Miller breaks it to the outside, dives toward the 45-yard line. Tackled there by Jackson Blackman of Weatherford. It's a gain of about 2, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Elks. Rosenkrantz and Raji check into the defensive tackle spots for Weatherford, replacing Rollins and also Jordan Martinez.
One thing that we're doing is we're flipping the tight end and running away from, right now we've been running away from CJ, and he's going with our tight end. And that seems to be working because he kind of stuffed us in the hole a while ago when we ran at him. Now we're running away from him.
3rd and 3 Elks at the Weatherford 45. Yeah, tight end flips right, and Nixon goes with him, and the Elks are going to be called for a false start. Or is it Logan's pointing toward Weatherford? Yeah, I don't think so. I think the Elks are going to be called for the false start. Back them up 5. It'll be 3rd down and 8 back at the midfield stripe.
He was going to hand that off. And now, Logan's still recovering from that hit.
Yeah, every time.
And he's grimacing between every play.
Yeah,
he's hoping just run it and get these first downs, let me recover from this. But now he's going to have to step back. And now what's going to be on his mind is who's coming after me.
3rd and 8, pitch sweep running right is going to be Garza. Cuts it back up inside, now breaks it outside, crosses the 45, dives forward to the 44. Boy, he made chicken salad out of chicken you-know-what there, as it looked like a loss. Instead, he gains about 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 2 for the Elks at the Weatherford 44-yard line.
Well, he looked like a chicken chasing a June bug with his quick stop and go right there, and it gives this team a chance here on 4th down.
You had Elijah Raji there, thought he had him hemmed up in the backfield. Instead, a big play here. 4th and 2, Elks at the Weatherford 44 as we near the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Webb, turn, flips it out to Garza. Tucker cuts it to the outside. He's got the RE/MAX first down at the 40. Runs over a man near the 37-yard line as Reno Hammonds held on for dear life on Garza. Tucker needed 2, and he gets a RE/MAX first down to the 36-yard line with a gain of 8.
Just using his speed and vision. perfect coordination. Just that's a great effort alone from him. And great blocking, too.
Yeah, our offensive line done a great job tonight. They've done a great job up front, just blocking the first line of defense and letting us get to the second level. 1st and 10, handoff to Nate. Miller grabbed immediately by Burkeen after a gain of a yard to the 35-yard line of Weatherford.
Keeps the defense honest when you get it in there like that. Yeah, just a 1-yard gain, but
well, that's what opened up that pitch.
Exactly.
We ran that so many times.
And it's going to open up for the pass.
Garza checks out, replaced in there by Jaden Wynn, who's back on the field. Good to see Jaden back out there. Josie splits right. 2nd down and 9 for the Elks at the Weatherford 25-yard line. Or 35, excuse me. Full house backfield. Pitch out to Wynn. Jaden looked for a hole, cuts it up. He's going to be jumped and grabbed a hold of by Jackson Blackman after he crosses the 35 to the 33. Gain of 2 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 7 as we dip under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Weatherford leads the Elks 21-14. It was 14-7 at half. Weatherford scored 2 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. Since then, now the Elks have taken 5 minutes and 20 seconds off the third quarter clock here on this drive. 3rd down and 7 for the Elks, marching right to left on your radio dial at the Weatherford 33-yard line. Under center, Webb. It's going to hand it off to Miller. Nate ducks his head, jumps forward to about the 31-yard line. Going to give him 2, so it's 4th and 5. Wynn's going to come off, replaced by Josie. 4th and 5 Elks, the nose of the football just shy of the Weatherford 30. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Elk City trailing by a touchdown. Flexbone formation. In motion is Bowie. Webb under center. Snap back. Drops back. Throws it in the flat. Garza's got it. Does he have enough room? He does. Makes a cut for the first down. Crossing the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Jacoby Flynn had a shot at him near the first down marker. Tucker cut it inside. The Elks needed 5, and they got about 8. Down to the Weatherford 23-yard line. That's another Remax first down on 4th and 5.
Had a shot at him because Garza had to let him go. It's almost kind of like a screenplay with no blocking. Let him come at you, throw it over the top. And that's so brave of Logan, too, to, earlier in this drive, taking that hit, knowing I might get hit again, and not rushing or underthrowing it.
1st and 10 from the 23, handoff to Jaden. Bottled up, spins, and he's down near the 20-yard line. They mark him at the 21. Blackman had a hold of him, and Wynn spun out of the first tackle.
And we got CJ blocked, but he was 2 yards in our backfield, so he caused us to have to change directions fast.
They mark him actually at the 22, so just a gain of 1 there for Wynn. And this third quarter clock has melted down to a minute left in the third. The Elks have a 2nd down and 9 at the Weatherford 22, trailing 14-7. Webb under center, wishbone formation, running the pitch sweep to the left. Garza cuts it inside, runs through a tackle, and now we've got flags flying in the backfield late after Garza was knocked down, but both the umpire and the white hat throw the flag. Is that going to be a chop block?
Yeah. Our running back came out, Wynn came out of the backfield and went low, and that's illegal in Oklahoma.
Okay. Yep, chop block on the Elks, so mark them 15 back to the 37-yard line. And that'll be 2nd down and a long ways. 2nd and what, 22? 24. Yeah, 2nd and 24. Back at the Weatherford 37. 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Huge penalty that time on the Elks. Webb drops straight back, has some time. Now he's flushed left, trying to get away, and he's grabbed and sacked by Jordan Martinez back at the 45-yard line. The Elks did a good job initially against the rush of Weatherford, but nobody opened downfield, and now it's 3rd down and another 7, 32.
It's the coaches are yelling because Tucker was coming back, and Jackson Blackman pushed him as he was walking back to the huddle.
It's going to be the end of the third quarter. It's game clock all the way down to triple zeros, and we'll head to the Four Seasons Heat and Air fourth quarter. The Elk City Elks have it 3rd and 32 at the Weatherford 45. We start the Four Seasons Heat and Air fourth quarter down a touchdown, 21-14. It's a Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Hi, my name is Brad O'Hara. My wife Tony and our family live in Western Oklahoma, just as the 4 generations of family have before us. We definitely understand the ups and downs of our economy and the way it affects us all. At Brad O'Hara Insurance, we are here to get you the biggest bang for your buck. We have multiple coverage options available and very competitive rates for youthful drivers. Problems with your driving history, having trouble getting coverage? I'm betting we can help. Give us a call at 225-4040 and let us help. We're on your side.
It's an evening like any other evening. Kids are being kids. Work is being work. But none of this bothers you, because the air feels so good at home.
Four Seasons Heating and Air, now headquartered in Elk City. They're your carrier dealer, servicing all brands. Call Wyatt or Tom at 580-225-6518 or stop by 317 North Van Buren in Elk City.
Welcome back here to Big Elk Stadium. Four Seasons Heat and Air fourth quarter starts with the Elk City Elks a 3rd down and 32 from the Weatherford 45-yard line. 21-14, Weatherford leads Elk City on your Ace Home Center scoreboard. Bowie in the slot right. Outside receiver is Josie. Under center comes Webb. Snap back. Play action. Rolls left. Now he stops. Turns his hips. Fires it. Bowie's got it near the 25-yard line. Not a first down, but a huge reception. They're going to mark him at the 24, and it'll bring up a 4th and 10 on a gain of 22 yards on the strike from Webb to Bowie.
All
and
right.
now they're going to mark it. Oh, my goodness. They marked it clear back to the 27. Holy Moses.
That's 5 yards difference where he caught it forward progress.
Okay, hang on a minute. We got a WTC officials timeout. Oh, my. Bowie had it at the 25-yard line, maybe the 24. Instead, they mark it back at the 27.
Are they not going to come together? And
doesn't look like
I don't
it.
understand what the
Fourth-
ball. Where they've done this all night.
4th and 14 for the Elks. Under center is going to be Webb. Stops, flips it over the middle. He's got it to Josie, trying to run the hook and ladder, and he dropped it. They're trying to run the hook and ladder, and he was knocked down by Scammahorn before he could pitch it. Stone Chisholm's got the ball at midfield, and for no reason, because it was clearly an incomplete. Now he just throws it at the Elks. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they've got 5 yards that they didn't give 5 yards. I don't understand what's going on, but so
Absolutely crazy. We got a WTC officials timeout here as it was trying to be a hook and ladder from Josie.
They're going to give me a sideline
to
warning because I
Garza.
said there was 5 yards, and they missed 5 yards. So they're giving me a sideline warning for 5 yards. I don't get it because they didn't see the 5 yards, but I just don't understand what they're talking about. So.
Do you got to leave?
I don't know.
So it's Weatherford ball. Worst field position all night.
Yeah. True.
At their own 27.
That's true.
They've been near midfield every time. So you got it 1st and 10 Eagles at the 27-yard line, and before Weatherford can snap the ball, the near side official stops play, and he's sending Makes Cry off for another some sort of equipment malfunction. No idea. Unfortunately for the Elks, that means Nixon will check in.
I don't know where I can stand. I'll just hang out by J-Mac.
1st and 10 Weatherford at the Big Elk, or at their own 27. Snap back to Chisholm. He'll hand it off to Short. Short breaks through a hole on the right side of the line. Skips through a tackle at the 32 down to about the 35. Nope, they give him the 36. Gain of 9 on 1st down for Ty Short. Weatherford run game has dominated here in the second half so far.
Well, one thing about it is they've shown a great run game.
Yeah.
Between quarterback and Jackson.
Had a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a bunch of guys that have multiple carries and a couple hundred yards rushing. Second down and 1 for Weatherford at their own 36. Handoff is to Short. Short hemmed up in the backfield. Nice job there as Church and Gino collaborate on the tackle back for a yard loss to the 35. Bring up a 3rd down and 2. Nearing the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter, that Four Seasons Heat and Air fourth quarter. Thank you to Wyatt and Tom at Four Seasons Heat and Air, your carrier dealer, servants in all brands. Big play here for the Elks defense, needing to get Weatherford off the field and maybe in a spot where they might get some decent field position. 3rd and 2 Eagles at their own 35-yard line. Scammahorn and Bryant split left, Nixon to the right. Snap back, handoff up the middle. Short is going to be knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Great job by Fabian Armendariz. First contact, no gain, and it's 4th and 2.
Looks like they were sending in the punt team.
The Elks have got to watch the football here and not give Weatherford an easy first down. Crisp is the punter as well as the kickoff man. He's standing back at about his own 22. Cole Bowie waiting on the return at the Big Elk 31.
We'll be kicking into the wind.
Yeah, a little breeze from the north. Perfect snap. Rolling right. Rugby kick. Right at Cole. Bowie's got it at the 30. Tries to break a tackle. Spins out of one near the 30. Now look out. 35 dances this way, and a good job coming back that time by Weatherford's punt return team, as Cooper Moses missed the tackle early, but he did a good job not giving up and coming back and making the tackle from behind on Bowie at about the 37-yard line. So a 7-yard return after a nice punt from Crisp. But the Elks, best field position tonight at the 37.
Now with
other than the stop at the 39 right. on the touchdown, the first touchdown of the night.
9-10 left. I mean, plenty of times. What I'm trying to say. 9-10 left to go. Elks down a touchdown.
Weatherford scored the only 14 of the second half. Turned in a 14-7 halftime lead for Elk City into a 21-14 at Weatherford lead. As you said, 9-10 to go. 1st and 10 Elks at their own 37. Church sets up tight end to the right. Pitch sweep running right is going to be Garza. Tries to cut it up inside. Nixon tracks him down from behind after about no gain. They mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Muse was out there, but
yeah, he just couldn't quite get there in time. He was running with him, and Tucker looked like he was just trying to make a move left or right, and there's just too many white shirts around him.
Actually mark him down, a loss of about a half a yard. So 2nd down and a long 10 for the Elks, with Bowie split near side. Tight end now switches to the right as Church. Wishbone formation under center is Webb. Pitch sweep, now it's going to be reversed to Bowie. The Elks have it set up on the far side. Cole's got it at the 35 to the 40 to the 45. He spins away to the midfield stride as making the play is Cash Jennings, but not before Bowie with 14 yards. And they mark him at the 49. He's literally laying across midfield, but they mark him back at the Elk City 49.
He was not down. He was on his body.
It's still a Remax first down on a gain of 13 for Bowie. 1st and 10 Elks at their own 49. We near the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter. 21-14 Weatherford. Under center Webb. Wishbone formation. Cross buck play to Garza. Garza breaks the tackle, crossing midfield to about the Weatherford 47-yard line. Gain of 4 on first down there for the brown and white.
Back to that reverse. You're having trouble. They're doubling Bowie all night long, taking his catching ability out of it, but just getting it in his hands and finding a way to do it is big. Another poor spot.
Man, it's
unbelievably bad.
He's looking.
Should I go tell him?
He's looking. He's literally looking at the far side line judge.
I'm about to get a sideline warning.
He's got it on the 47-yard line, and the umpire comes on and marks it on the 48. That was awesome, just right out in front of us. 2nd and 7, pitch sweep, running to the right is going to be Garza. Tries to cut it up inside, does. Pushes the pile forward to about the 46-yard line. Gain of 2, 3rd and 5.
I don't think they want to hear from me anymore.
It's incredible.
You guys are probably almost closer than I am.
Like I said, I'm about to get a sideline warning.
It was just right out in front of us that time. So 3rd and 5, the Elks are obviously in 4-down territory with 6:55 left on the Four Seasons Heat and Air fourth quarter clock, trailing by a touchdown. 3rd and 5 at the Weatherford 46. They break the bone. But Garza kind of the H-back right. Snap. Rolling right is going to be Webb. Webb throws a long pass down the near sideline. Garza dives. He caught it. Tucker Garza diving catch at the 14-yard line.
He caught that under. I mean, I got great view right here. He caught it underneath the arms of the defender.
Luke Bruner had great coverage down the near sideline. Garza makes a diving catch at the 14. The Elks, for the first time tonight, are inside the Big Elk Auto Mall red zone. 1st and 10 at the Weatherford 14, 6.5 to play. That could be a candidate for the Culver electrifying play.
The only thing that scared me about that is it takes time to set up. That's why he was sacked the last time we ran it.
Handoff up the middle. Garza dives forward to the 11-yard line. Gain of 3 on first down. First time we've seen the double tight set with McHouston was set up on the tight end left that time. Tugger.
It's the first time we're in the red zone?
First time we're in the Big Elk Auto Mall red zone. The touchdowns have come from, 61 and 39? 5:45 to go. 21-14 Weatherford. The Elks have it 2nd and 7 at the Eagles 11. Wishbone formation. It's going to be a handoff to Garza. Nixon slipped in from his defensive end spot and throws down Garza after a loss of 1. Wynn will check in. Gino checks out. And Bowie's going to be in there for McHouston as well. The Elks are going to snap this one with about 5 minutes to play in regulation. 21-14 Weatherford. Elk City has a 3rd and 8 at the Eagles 12. Bowie split way left. Snap. It's going to run the option. Webb keeps it, dives forward, spins down inside the 10 to about the 7. It's a gain of 5. It's 4th down, and we've got a WTC timeout called by the Elks.
I think the only option he had was to hand it off. He took it out of the belly and kept it himself. He had no pitch man.
Yeah, it looked like a broken play or somebody went to the wrong way, or said it looked odd. I can tell you that.
It looked odd. Who was that in front of him?
I think Jaden was out, headed left. Let's look on the State Farm replay. Daniel Garbarino, State Farm agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
He pulls it out of the belly.
Yeah, Wynn.
And I don't think Wynn knew he was coming. If he did, he's engaging in a block right there, and I might have sprung him.
So it's 4th and 4 when we come out of this WTC timeout. The Elks call their, 2nd Western Technology Center timeout. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Big Elk Football.
You're listening to Big Elk Sports on 94.3 KXOO Elk City. Cool 94.
4:52 left to play here in the Four Seasons Eaton Air 4th quarter. When the Elks come out of this WTC timeout, they're going to have a 4th down and 4 at the Weatherford 8-yard line. Really looks closer to the 7 to me. We have a weird angle, though. 4:52 left. Weatherford up a touchdown, 21-14. The Elks with only 1 timeout, so Weatherford would have a pretty decent opportunity to run the rest of this clock out. They can get a stop and a couple of first downs. 2 receivers right, Miller the running back. Rolling right is going to be Webb. Chased, fires toward the end zone. It is tipped, and it is caught! Touchdown, Big Elks! Touchdown, Big Elks! Cole Bowie tipped it right in the hands of Slade Josie. And the Elks are an extra point away from tying it at 21.
Slade also did a great job of staying in bounds.
Yeah, he did. I thought he was going to go out. What concentration. He had to catch it over his shoulder coming back. That's an amazing, amazing play. Probably play of the year so far.
Well, that's probably the lead for the electrifying play of the game.
Endurance Federal Credit Union extra point. All important here. Snap down, kick up, right through there. It's good. Braulio Luna ties it at 21 on the tip drill touchdown on 4th down for the Elks. Bowie was right at the goal line. It was a little bit high. He got hit. Great defense on the initial play for Weatherford. There's no doubt about it. But standing back there by himself was Slade Josie, and he's got a touchdown to tie it at 21.
Hey, last time I screamed like that, we were up in Grove. I apologize.
That play reminds me. Now, this isn't a great memory for the OU fans, but you remember in 2008 that number 1 versus number 5 game. Bradford threw it to Gresham, and it went through his hands, and Ryan Broyles was standing behind him and caught a touchdown pass. That's kind of what that looked like, except for Slade caught it way higher off the field. But, man, this game has lived up to every single thing you wanted it to be if you're wearing either the brown and white or the silver and red.
It's not been boring. And now that momentum's back in Elk City's favor. If they can get a 3-and-out here, they have a ton of time to put themselves in position to win this ball game.
Have to cover a kick. The Elks have been awful covering kicks tonight.
They have been.
Kickoff return touchdown for Scammahorn. Skinner's got it to midfield or just past a time or two. And then, of course, the last time they tried the surprise onside that Weatherford got right at the 49-yard line.
I would like to keep it on C-High's side. Like I've said for many games, he's a great tackler. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to make an open field tackle, but I feel like he'll be in the right spot, and we'll do what he needs to do to get the tackle.
Luna high, angled, near side. Makes Cry's got it at the 18. Looking for some room in the middle. Riley Smith missed him, but there's C-High. You called it, didn't he? As C-High comes and makes the tackle at the 27-yard line. By far the best kickoff coverage so far tonight for the Elks. 1st and 10 Weatherford at their own 27-yard line. 4:38 to play in this Four Seasons Heat and Air fourth quarter. Game tied at 21. Weatherford's got all 3 WTC timeouts at their disposal.
That kid just has always done a great job of just getting into people's legs and making tackles.
Weatherford will snap it from the near hash, which is the left side of the field, working right to left on your radio dial. Cooper Bryant set up as a receiver on the near side, and the slot is Scammahorn. Far side is Nixon. In motion goes Scammahorn. Jet sweep. Handed it to him. He's going to throw it. Scammahorn down the far side of the field. It's a double pass, and the Elks are going to be called for a pass interference. If Garza just turns around, he's got a pick.
He picks it. He underthrew that.
He underthrew it. He underthrew it 10 yards.
So I was yelling, find it, find it.
It was nowhere near C.J. Nixon. The Elks weren't necessarily fooled. They just panicked with Nixon a hair behind him.
That's what he does, right? You see 88, and you're doing everything you can to prevent him from catching it. Unfortunately, they tackled him.
Harrell called for the penalty. It'll be a 15-yard mark-off up to the 42-yard line of Weatherford. And Coach Maynard's going, there's no chance he could come back and catch that. He's right about that, but he also got tackled.
He got tackled.
Well,
yeah. All at the same time.
The ball's flipped to him in front. They consider that a pass, and then he bows back behind the quarterback and throws it. That's a double pass.
So 1st and 10 Weatherford at their own 42-yard line. Coach Maynard is still giving the back judge an earful from about 35 yards away. Snap. That trap play. Blackman makes a man miss in the backfield, still going near midfield. He's tripped up at the 49-yard line of Weatherford. The Elks had a shot at him 2 yards in the backfield. Quick feet by Blackman, and he's going to be, they mark him at the 50. Gain of about 8.5 or 9. 2nd and short for Weatherford as we near the 4-minute mark of regulation. 21-21, the Elks and the Eagles. Nixon split to the near side, which is the short side of the field. 2 receivers to the far side. Chisholm awaits the snap, has it, turns, hands it to Skinner, trying to get some room on the right, cuts it to the outside, breaks the tackle at midfield, and he's down at the 45 of the Elks. A gain of 5 and a first down for the Eagles.
I was able to confirm Skinner, that name sounds familiar, is related to Rodney Skinner.
To Rodney?
Yep.
Clock winds with 3:49 left in regulation. Weatherford's got it 1st and 10 at the Big Elk 45 and a game tied at 21. Nixon will split left, as will Jacoby Flynn in the slot. Chisholm awaits the snap. It's going to be a quarterback run. Goes off right tackle over the 40, and he's knocked down at about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7 for Weatherford on first down.
Looks like Tucker's going to have to come out. His helmet popped off.
Garza's helmet off, so the Elks are going to have to replace him with Colton C-High. Now the clock stops, an official timeout for Garza to exit to the sideline. Weatherford's offensive line and run game have been the difference here in the second half. Able to punish the Elks at the point of attack. Second down and about 4 for Weatherford at the Elk City 39. Handoff. No, it's a fake handoff. The Elks have a chance at Chisholm in the backfield. Bowie comes up, and they sling him down for a loss back to the 40. Great job there as you've got Church, you've got Bowie, you've got Gino, you've got Harrell, everybody making the tackle that time. A loss of a yard, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, 21 apiece. Elk City and Weatherford on the Ace Home Center scoreboard. Ty Short checks in at one of the running back spots for Weatherford.
They're going to have to hurry.
Yeah, play clock all the way down to 8 as McSpirit in there, maybe as the quarterback for the Eagles. Play clock to 5 to 4. Now Coach Sossaman on the far sideline signals for a Western Technology Center timeout. That's the first charge timeout for Weatherford here in the second half. With 2:21 left, it's 21-21, and Weatherford's got it 3rd down and 5 from the Big Elk 40.
When they bring that second quarterback in, Stone goes out as a receiver most of the time, and that's where he was going that time. But you know, sometimes you're kind of wondering, like, why don't you just keep the same guy back there? But because especially with him running the ball. But I know they're wanting to run the jet motion, and they like running behind Stone with him blocking.
Right. Yeah, he's a big old physical kid. There's no doubt about it. And honestly, if I remember right, I think this is the first time he's ever got to lace him up against the Big Elks. He's always been hurt for this game, at least in his high school career. You know, he might have.
I think you're right.
He might have seen just some mop-up duty a couple of years ago when the Elks really put it on Weatherford here when all these guys were freshmen. But as far as the last couple of years, he hasn't been able to be out there. They've got this quad formation to the right. 3rd down and 5, Weatherford. Look out for the double. Look out for the lateral in the pass. Chisholm takes the snap, and before the snap, we've got a flag flies, and it looks like a violation against the Weatherford Eagles for false start. An Anadarko Dozer flag on the play. Thank you to Jay and Angie White and Anadarko Dozer. Integrity comes first. One of the Weatherford Eagle coaches down talking to the far side judge. He's not the one that threw the flag. It was the guy on our sideline. Eagles change personnel. Clock runs with 2:09 to play. It's now 3rd and 10 in a tie game at 21. Weatherford 3rd and 10 at the Big Elk 45. Nixon and Bruner split to the near side left. Scammahorn and Bryant to the right. Chisholm awaits the snap, has it, drops straight back, has plenty of time. Now he's flushed to the right, throws it over the middle. He's got a man, Skinner, wide open at the 20. He makes the catch, hit hard by Bowie, but Skinner has a catch at the 15-yard line. Coach Maynard out on the numbers, screaming at the umpire, wanting a hold against Armendariz to no avail. Great catch by Skinner as he got hit hard as soon as the ball hit his hands. And now Weatherford with a chance to run this down and maybe kick a field goal or score a touchdown. Minute 40 to go. They got it 1st and 10 at the Big Elk 15-yard line.
I'm more impressed he was able to hold on to it. Cole
Bowie hammered him as soon as he caught it. Great catch by Skinner. 1st and 10 Weatherford at the Big Elk 15. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Chisholm takes the snap. Hand up. Nope. There's going to be a flag flies and another false start against the Eagles. Back them up to the 20 with a minute 23 left. Weatherford 1st and 15 from the Big Elk 20. We saw a 40-yard field goal come up short in this direction against that north breeze.
I'm going to guess their kicker's thinking, I don't want to be out there in that position again. Or he does. Maybe he wants to redeem himself. But
he's kicked it through. I just think he kind of fatted that field goal because I think he's got enough leg to get it there pretty easily.
Looked like my wedge game.
And now we've got a WTC officials timeout. The White Hat's going to talk to Coach Maynard on the near sideline.
Denny, where you at?
I'm way down here. No, I'm way down here. Can't be me this time.
Wasn't us. I don't know.
Maybe was it the band?
I think they addressed the band.
Yeah, maybe in the band.
I said that happened a bunch last week.
It did.
They weren't playing. The game, I don't know. Anyway, clock runs, minute 20. Weatherford's got 1st and 15 at the Big Elk 20. 1 timeout for the Elks, 2 for the Eagles. Tie game at 21. Chisholm in the pistol, awaits the snap, has it. Handoff to Short. Ty trying to break it to the outside. The Elks don't hem him in. Ty Short down the far sideline. He's in. That's a touchdown for the Weatherford Eagles. 20 yards from Ty Short, and the Eagles regain the lead with a minute to play here. I'll be honest with you. I think that's the only way the Elks have any chance to win this game. Let them score and still have some time to go back the other way.
Yeah.
Well, from my angle, it didn't look like there was anybody out there. I can't tell. I mean, maybe great blocking, but when they handed it off, I was like looking for brown jerseys, and just nobody was there.
Short scores from 20 yards out. Weatherford's got a 27-21 lead, exactly a minute to play. Extra point to make it a full 7-point advantage for the Eagles. Low snap. Nice job on the hold that time by McSpirit to get that thing put down, and the kick is up and good.
That ball was hooking hard to the left, too. I thought he almost missed it.
So 1 minute left. You got Raji over on the Elk City side, and he's going to get a flag. This is a huge, dumb play from Raji of Weatherford. He's over here talking trash to the Elk City sideline, and that's going to make the field position a lot different here, as Raji, absolutely zero reason to do that. Elijah, the senior offensive and defensive lineman for Weatherford. That was silly, boys. And now back him up. The kickoff into the wind as well. We've seen Chris hit it into the end zone north to south. We haven't even seen him kick it this way. There's no way he's kicking it in the end zone from here.
Now, I know this is a rivalry game, but I haven't seen anything chippy like that tonight.
That was silly.
I don't know where that came from.
That was silly. So instead of kicking it from the 40, they're going to have to kick it off from the 25-yard line. So the Elks should get really good field position, needing a touchdown with a minute to play and 1 timeout. 28-21, Weatherford up a touchdown. Ty Short's 20-yard scamper has just put them back ahead. The Eagles and the Elks both kind of huddled up on their respective sidelines.
Well, if we have any type of reverse or anything on kickoff return, now would probably be the time to put it in between Bowie or Garza. Honestly, somebody they would never expect is Jackson.
Yeah, MacArthur.
Because he can fly.
And we saw him take one, 90-something in the JV game?
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. So Weatherford will kick it from the 25-yard line. The Elks' deep men are standing at about their own 25.
Or C-High. C-High's standing out there kind of that reverse guy.
Yeah, C-High's near the midfield stripe. MacArthur.
Usually that's the reverse guy because they bring it to him and he runs back towards them.
Minute left. Weatherford up a touchdown. They're kicking off from their own 25 into the North Breeze. Bowie and Garza at about the Big Elk 25, awaiting the kick from Jake Crisp. Jake's ready with it. Toe to leather. Hits it nicely. Garza's going to have it at the 20. Tucker on the near side, looking for a block. Stutter steps, tries to break it to the outside. Great tackle by Moses, and then diving on the pile as well. A great job there as Moses knocked Garza to the ground at the 30. That's good coverage by Weatherford. You would have thought the Elks
a flag on the play.
Be way closer to midfield now. A flag on the far side. And if that's against the Elks, you're going to talk about backing them up just like a ball went into the end zone with a touchback.
I don't know, but I think that was called from the side, their coaching sideline. And that official picked it up and moved it 10 yards from where he threw it.
The officials, the white hat and the back judge. Now the far linesman's going to get involved in the conversation. The flag is laying on the Weatherford 48. It would be 1st and 10 Elks at their own, 30? See what happens. Everybody discussing. I don't even have any idea who they threw the flag on in the first place. Do you?
Well, the ball was kicked to the opposite side of where the flag was thrown. So,
holding against Weatherford.
So do they re-kick or they?
Holding against the Elks. I was going to say, there's no way that's holding against Weatherford.
they're marking the ball. They're walking the ball down this way.
I think, is Weatherford going to take the penalty and re-kick? I think they're going to. Well, maybe not. They're talking to Coach Sossaman on the far sideline. The Elks have sent their...
He's saying like he wants to...
The return team's back out there.
Yeah, the return team back out there. You can tell the brown and white fans are getting pretty restless with what's going on out here. The couple of the fellas not in brown and white and not in silver and red. Now here comes the white hat over to explain the call to Coach Maynard. The Elk City fans are getting restless. They're not going to kick it again. So it's holding against the Elks. They're going to decline it. Here's what I think happens. The penalty was at the 48. So does that mean it wouldn't have done any good to take it? On the 10 yards, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen...
I would have thought they'd just mark it back from where the play ended.
That's what I would think, too.
So it's at the 40. I missed 10 yards. So 1st and 10 Elks at their own 40, 55 seconds to go, down a touchdown with one timeout. Back to pass is Webb, slings it over the middle. He's got Slade Josie for a gain of 7 out to the 48, and give him 8 to the 48 of Weatherford. The officials aren't getting the ball spot as the Elks are waiting to snap it. The Elks have got to get set. 37 seconds. Webb, snap, flips it out to Bowie. Cole cuts it up the middle. Now he dances back to the outside. He's got enough for a first down. He's got a first down, so the clock will stop on the first down at the Weatherford 46 with 29.2 left. The Elks rush it to the middle of the field. Bowie hands it to the umpire. 1st and 10 Elks at the Weatherford 45. Clock runs with 28 seconds left. Webb's going to spike it and stop the clock with 25 seconds to go. The Elks will have it 2nd and 10 at the Weatherford 45-yard line.
So that was our last time out, right?
That was the last time out for the Elks. So everything has got to be past the sticks or out of bounds.
We used the timeout?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
We just clocked it.
Clocked it. Yeah,
okay,
he was.
Sorry.
They were running in there.
Yeah, we still have one more. We have a timeout.
It's at the 46. 2nd and 10. Webb drops back, rolls to the right.
Oh.
He's going to fire, and he's going to have a man open. Slade Josie, where do they mark him? They got to call timeout. Timeout called with 17 seconds left. He was short of the first down marker at about the 38-yard line. It was a gain of 8. They really needed 10, but a gain of 8. And that's the final WTC timeout of the half for the Elks with 16.6 seconds left on the fourth quarter clock. The Elks have a third down and two, at the Weatherford 38-yard line. There's plenty of time if you get a first down to clock it. If you get caught in the field of play, short the line to game, the game's going to be over.
We'll go back to what works, what has worked. I think the middle of the field is what's worked, but, man, it's scary to do with 16 seconds.
It looks like we're asking if we still have one timeout. And it looks like the official actually held up one finger. Unless I don't know. That's what I'm just trying to pick the situation.
It's
what's
not.
going on.
Well, we've called 3.
Well, I've seen them call it on the wrong people before. So.
Yeah, we've called 3.
Yeah,
I'm positive. So it's 3rd down and 2 for the Elks at the Weatherford 38. 16.6 seconds to go. Webb drops back, rolls left. He's got to get it out of his hands. He fires it down to the middle of the field. Bowie is going up. Oh. He's thrown to the ground. No flag. It's incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down.
They're not going to call it this time.
We've got 9.4 seconds left on the clock. The Elks will have one more play at 4th and 2.
He's being hit by 3 guys as he's going up, and not one person pulls a flag out of their pocket.
The Elk City fans not pleased. 4th and 2 with 9.4 seconds left. The Elks obviously have to get 2 yards or the game's over. It'll be Bowie split left, Josie split right, wishbone formation, Webb back to pass. Throws a long pass down the far sideline. It is going to be intercepted by Weatherford's Cooper Bryant. And now watch this as Chisholm takes the cheapest shot of all time at Tucker Garza. Stone Chisholm takes an amazingly cheap shot at Garza on the return. Unbelievably cheap. Flags fly. I don't want to hear a dadgum thing on Facebook about cheap shots from the brown and white this year. That is as dirty and as cheap as it can possibly get. Weatherford wins 28-24 on the interception by Cooper Bryant. And the Eagles will have the second place in the district in their fingertips now. The Elks will have to rebound and go beat Bridge Creek next week to make the playoffs. The officials, if they're smart, they'll just end this game. There is absolutely no reason to let either of these teams back on the field for another play. Chisholm just absolutely headhunted Tucker Garza on the return as the game was over. Absolutely headhunted him.
They're not going to let him shake
No,
hands.
they should never. I thought they were telling him to go to your locker rooms. But they should never let him run another play. Yeah, the Elks just declined the penalty. That way the game is over. Weatherford wins 28-21. We'll take a break, come back with the Gas Post-Game Show, the Gas Post-Game Stats, and more. It's the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation to Big Elk Football.
A United States financial management consulting group has just named the Bank of Western Oklahoma as one of its top 10 banking institutions in Oklahoma. This designation was awarded because of their superior customer service, organizational skills, and their compliance with state and federal banking regulations. Just another reason you should trust and do business with the Bank of Western Oklahoma, with locations in Woodward, Visay, Gary, Cordell, Weatherford, and Elk City. The Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people really do come first. Member FDIC.
Great people give customers a great experience. Our master technicians have the best training there is in auto repair.
A United States financial management consulting group. A United States financial management consulting group has just named the Bank of Western Oklahoma as one of its top 10 banking institutions in Oklahoma. This designation was awarded because of their superior customer service, organizational skills, and their compliance with state and federal banking regulations. Just another reason you should trust and do business with the Bank of Western Oklahoma, with locations in Woodward, Visay, Gary, Cordell, Weatherford, and Elk City. The Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people really do come first. Member FDIC.
Great people give customers a great experience. Our master technicians have the best training there is in auto repair. We have more master techs than any dealership in the area. The transport team is happy to come get your vehicle, have it serviced, and bring it back to you for a no-hassle oil change. The finance department and sales team make it easy for you to buy the vehicle you want, and the office staff does the admin work necessary to take care of our customers. These great people are the Barbara Dyson difference.
At Culver Electric, we provide top-tier electrical services, ensuring your home and business are powered with excellence. From routine maintenance to full-service installations, our expert team ensures your electrical systems operate seamlessly. We are your trusted Generac and Kohler dealer, offering installations that guarantee reliability when you need it most. Contact us today to experience the Culver Electric difference.
You love McDonald's world-famous fries, and now every fry you buy sends love to families in our community with ill or injured children. Penny for a Pound means your local McDonald's is donating 1 penny for every pound of fries sold, all to benefit local RMHC chapters. 116 million pounds of McDonald's world-famous fries have been sold, raising over $1.16 million for Ronald McDonald House Charities, Oklahoma City. Share your love of fries today, because every penny counts.
McDonald's in Weatherford, Clinton, and in Elk City, proudly owned and operated by the Phillips family.
At GAS, we're committed to fostering the achievements of the next generation. Through the Elk City Public Schools extracurricular activities, we're nurturing talent and inspiring excellence. Our My Future benchmark testing program empowers students to reach new heights, unlocking their full potential and preparing them for a bright future. Join us in supporting our youth because their future is our mission. Gas, powering the dreams of tomorrow, today.
Welcome back to Big Elk Stadium. Denny's got head coach Zach Maynard on the chiropractic co sideline. Go ahead, Denny.
Coach, great effort by your boys. Frustrating loss. Not because of what we did or this or that. Just some things didn't get called our way or go our way. But your boys played hard. Got another tough one coming next week. What do you guys say about them after this game?
Kids played their tails off, played as hard as they could. Did a great job. Felt like coaching staff had a great game plan. Felt like we did a lot of the things we wanted to do. It's just one of those nights where the ball just, for whatever reason, just didn't roll your way.
You had Cole Bowie that they basically had him manned up and had somebody over top, and you guys come out and threw the ball right down the middle. Did you guys think it was going to open up about like that?
Yeah, we figured they'd double him, and the first series we kind of ran the ball to make sure that they were going to, and then we were ready to call those those seam plays with the halfback, and we were ready for them. The kids were ready for them. Just like I said, ball just did not bounce our way tonight in a couple crucial situations, and tip their hats to them. Good game, and move on.
Coach, I appreciate it. You got another tough one next week. Good luck.
Yeah, the Elks do or die now against Bridge Creek next week on the road against the Bobcats after the Weatherford Eagles win 28-21. You would say act like you've been there before if you're Weatherford swinging the flag and trying to plant it in the middle of the field, but the truth of it is nobody on that sideline has been here before. Nobody on that sideline has ever beaten the Big Elks in a high school football game, so you let them have their fun and you move on, right?
Yeah, and I bet Tucker Garza's mom doesn't get on Facebook and call anybody out either. So. I didn't mean to say that, but sorry.
Let's see.
She might have more class than that.
You ready for the gas stats, Jared?
I believe we are. Let me just double checking that they line up. And let's do it. Big thanks to Gas again, helping us out with our post-game stats. Thank you to the Williamson family. All gas, no breaks. We'll start with Elk City. They were able to get 12. I mean, this is actually kind of even, and except for one stat, and you're about to see it, but they got 12 first downs tonight, rushed it 37 times for 80 yards, 11 for 15 through the air for 159 yards, a couple touchdowns, and 239 total offense. I mean, offensively, pretty good. Had the one fumble there in the early parts of the third quarter, which is kind of a turning point in this game, that early part of the third quarter. Weatherford, 13 first downs, 33 carries for 126 yards. Passing, 8 of 13 for 70, total of 196 yards, but they did not turn the football over. Individually, for the Big Elks, rushing the football, Tucker Garza, very effective on, well, not just rushing, but receiving too, and we'll get to that. Tucker had 12 carries for 54 yards. Miller, 8 carries for 13 yards. Cole Bowie, 2 carries for 10, one on that reverse. That got him a big chunk of that. Jaden Wynn, 5 carries for 9. Castino, 3 carries for 4 yards. I believe all that was in the first quarter. And Logan Webb sacked a couple times for negative 10 yards. Logan did throw it pretty good, I thought. 11 for 15, 159 yards, 3 touchdowns, had the pick there at the end. Receiving his passes, Tucker Garza, like I said, very, very good. We think of Tucker and carrying the ball, but he was very, very good catching it tonight. 6 catches for 127 yards, a couple touchdowns. Slade Josie, 3 catches for 23 and a touchdown. Cole Bowie, 2 catches and 9 yards. They really wrapped up Cole tonight, made his night a little hard this evening. Again, Weatherford, they get the win, 28-21 over the Elk City Elks.
Those are your gas stats. We'll come back with the players of the game or wrap it up and tell you where we'll be next week and kind of what the implications are after the Weatherford Eagles come to Big Elk Stadium, defeat the Elk City Elks 28-21. It's the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Our Western roots run deep at the Bank of Western Oklahoma. We believe a handshake truly is a binding contract, and that by working together, we can all prosper. We are proud to have 3 generations working with you at the Bank of Western Oklahoma, because here, people come first. Learn more about the benefits of banking locally at bankofwesternoklahoma.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Robin and the Nicholson family at Nicholson Monument continue to serve Western Oklahoma families with compassionate expertise and creativity. Let them design your loved one's lasting memorial at Nicholson Family Monument in Clinton. Contact Nicholson Family Monument today, a name you've trusted for years.
From dozer work to hauling dirt and gravel, Anadarko Dozer and Trucking gets the job done. We don't take shortcuts, and we don't back down from a challenge. With a team that digs in deep and delivers results, we handle the toughest projects with grit and determination. When you need it done right, call Anadarko Dozer and Trucking. We move mountains to make it happen.
Big Elk Auto Mall has you covered with many professional automotive services like gas and diesel mechanics. Also expert exhaust installation. But one of their premier services is F&S Collision Repair. Just look at what Freddie did with this Lamborghini. From fender benders to major collision repair, they have the certified auto body technicians to do the job right. Plus, the Elk City Athletic Department gets a portion of profits every year. Big Elk Auto Mall is locally owned and located just north of the Elk City Convention Center on Old Route 66. Go Big Elks! Nicholson Monument invites you to visit their website, nicholsonmonument.com. Come by their office weekdays from 8:30 till 5 or schedule a Saturday appointment with Robin or one of her associates. Nicholson Monument Company, their family serving yours since 1956.
Welcome back here to Big Elk Stadium. Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football. The Elk City Elks fall to the Weatherford Eagles 28-21. Weatherford improves to 6-2. Overall, 4-1 in 4A's District 1. They're in a great spot to be the runner-up in the district with the head-to-head win over Clinton. Tonight's win over the Elks kind of takes away any chances, really, of a three-way tie. So they're in a great spot to host a playoff game, and after tonight's results, it looks like they'll probably be hosting Bethany in the first round of the playoffs over at Woody Roof Field. For the Elks, got to strap it back on, figure it out, and go beat Bridge Creek on the road next week in order to make the playoffs. And that's all there is to it. That's what it's going to come down to for the Elks and their playoff hopes. They're going to have to go beat Bridge Creek next week on the road as Bridge Creek beat Woodward 36-24. So they're going to have to win that game in order to be a playoff team this year. Denny, kind of give us your actually, let's go with the players of the game. Sorry. We'll start with the Barber Dyson Ford tough hit of the game. Bruce Barber, David and Corbin Dyson experienced the Barber Dyson difference, and that difference on that tough hit was a combo from the two senior linebackers. Or actually, it's coming this way. It was catch, wasn't it? Yeah, his Gino stood up. I think that was Scamahorn on the jet sweep to the near side. So catch Gino makes the Barber Dyson Ford tough hit of the game. The Culver electrifying play of the game. Pretty easy one here, as it was going to be the tip drill fourth down touchdown that tied the game at 21. The ball was thrown at Cole Bowie right at the goal line. It was tipped away, and there was our man. Yeah, the ribbon had it on there. As Slade Josie was the one that's running it again.
Let me see if I can do better on that. It's
that way we can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, but Josie on the tip drill touchdown for the Elks here on a fourth down.
No, we got to see this again.
That tied the game up. As you're watching on Big Elk TV, you're listening. He rolled right through it to Bowie. He was tipped up in the air, and Josie, that would have been a touchdown in the NFL. Looking at that State Farm replay, he got both feet down there in the corner. So that's the Culver electrifying play. And then the McDonald's player of the game tonight, Tucker Garza. The guy had 174 total yards, 2 receiving touchdowns, and he was really good on defense as well. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough as the Elks fall 28-21 to the Weatherford Eagles. And now everything, Denny, it's going to matter next week. Going down to Bridge Creek, a team that's seemingly gotten better and better as the season has rolled along. They beat Woodward tonight. And so that's going to be a game that the Elks have got to go win on the road to Bridge Creek if they're going to make the playoffs.
I don't know if you were talking to me or not.
Yeah.
My headset went dead, so I was trying to out the batteries.
You good now?
Yeah, I'm good. So yeah, Bridge Creek, it's a game that I've kind of been watching, 2, 3, 4 weeks out, because I'm like, they're getting better and they always play us tough. So it's definitely not going to be an easy one, especially coming off a week like this. Very emotional game tonight. For all of us, we've all been through this. Weatherford Elk City rivalry for a long time. But yeah, we got to go take care. We got to bounce back and go take care of business next week to get back for the playoff hunt.
Yeah, Jared, it's just the bottom line. You got to go win the game.
Yeah, and you just got to bounce back. This is a tough one. It just like I said last time we were here, it stings, and this one stings a little worse. It feels like, with the way the Big Elks fought tonight. But just got to bounce back because there's still playoff opportunities there, and that's right now the goal is get to the playoffs and then see what happens from there.
Absolutely. It's just the season kind of comes down to one game, right? With the trip to Bridge Creek next week, you win that one. Still got to beat Woodward, obviously, but everything at that point kind of goes into your favor as far as any tie breaks that might be out there. You would have the tiebreaker over about anybody that might be tied with you in the district if you beat Bridge Creek. So looks like Clinton's finishing off Cash, 23-17.
Trying to run out the clock right at 2 minutes now. They got a big first down run from who? Collins.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be.
I'm not sure their timeout situation. Cash, that is.
Yeah, they've been a big win for Cash, and they jumped them back up in there, but they're not going to be there, and it comes down to Bridge Creek and Elk City.
You did mention Bridge Creek. Woodward, has that gone final?
Yeah, 36-24.
36-24. Bridge Creek, it's twice they put up some points. I know the opponent maybe not as good, but we'll have to be ready for them.
No doubt. And then with this result tonight, what you're playing for next week is a trip to Tuttle, as Tuttle 28, Blanchard 7 in the battle for the district crown in District 2. So it looks like winner next week is going to be on the road to Tuttle in the first round of the playoffs with that result over there in District 2. Give me your final thoughts, Denny, on a fun game. It was a well-played game by both sides. Just the Elks come up short by a touchdown, 28-21.
Yeah, offensively wise, I thought that was one of the better games we played all year. Mm-hmm. Defensively wise, I mean, I felt like we played a great game. Defensively wise, special teams it kind of got us beat because you take kickoff return, and it's a tie ball game. We go in half, up 14-0 instead of 14-7, and then bad field position from kickoff returns, and but the kids played hard. I thought like Coach Maynard said, I thought there was some really good schemes with knowing that they were going to get Cole doubled and they were going to have to take somebody out of the box to help cover him. And when Cole doesn't have a lot of yards, and to say that we still score 21 points, then that's saying a lot. So Tucker had a great game that he had to step up, and he did. So congratulations to the kids for playing hard. The coaches, I mean, that's a tough loss. Like I said, sometimes these games just things just don't go our way, and the only thing I could think of is just a few missed tackles here and there, and it's a different outcome.
Jared, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, you got to bounce back. It's a tough one to take. That's a really good Weatherford team over there. Very senior heavy, obviously. That this is the year they've circled on their extended calendars for a long time. And it took a monumental effort from that team I just spoke of to beat the brown and white.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You know what I'm saying? So hats off to them. Great job from the Big Elks to go up against that team that's really, really good and really, really experienced. But for me, it's all about how you respond to this. It's not been a great season injury-wise. Things have not gone up right for us, whether it be calls or no calls or where the ball's placed. But it's how you respond, and ultimately that's what makes you a better person overall. And how these guys respond next week is going to be very, very important for the rest of this season, for the rest or what's left of this season.
I think Coach Maynard said it in his halftime interview with Denny, and he was 100% right. We can't keep on giving them the ball at the 50-yard line, and that's what the Elks did. 50-yard line on the try to surprise onside, then a 30-yard field on the fumble, and that's kind of the difference, right? Weatherford. The Elks outgained them, but Weatherford didn't have to go very far in order to score the touchdowns, especially there in the second half when they were able to pay it off. So the Weatherford Eagles defeat the Elk City Elks 28-21. we'll be on the road the final 2 weeks, as that's the final game we'll have here in the 2024 season on Big Elk Stadium's field. No matter what happens as far as the playoffs go, the Elks will hit the road for the first round of those playoffs, and they'll finish up the regular season with a trip to Bridge Creek next week and then a trip to Woodward in Week 10 of the regular season. For final time at Big Elk Stadium, the Weatherford Eagles defeat the Elk City Elks 28-21. This has been the Bank of Western Oklahoma's presentation of Big Elk football.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Elk City Athletics, presented by the Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people come first. Big Elk TV are a part of the Paragon Communications Network, and any distribution or rebroadcast without permission is strictly prohibited. Paragon Communications is owned and operated by Blake Brewer. General Manager is Gabe Edney. Sports Director, Sean Wilson. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, go Big Elks.